Hello everyone and welcome to Procedure Encounters, the Dungeons and Dragons campaign brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming. I am your Dungeon Master Michael. We have an exciting session in store for you tonight, but first we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, welcome to the not finale of our campaign, but the penultimate episode of campaign 2, as next week will be campaign 2's epic conclusion. So if you're planning on watching us live for that campaign, don't forget that it's going to be a longer session than normal. We play until the game is over because we don't want to leave anybody on any cliffhangers.
We play until that TPK is done.
We play. It's gonna be like 2 shopping episodes, and then we conclude the story. But so stick around for that as we go into a really exciting session tonight. And a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you're using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com, or for a live clickable link in our Twitch chat, you can use the command !midnight. Woo! Really cool, really exciting.
We've
music.
had some really good music this campaign, and Midnight Syndicate is largely to thank for that. And they just to let us use their music, and you should totally ask them if you can use their music as well if you want to do a really cool game. I'm gonna say that your players
if you
will
want
like
to live stream, if you're just playing at home, I mean, what are they gonna do? Call the cops? But you know. But be sure to play the music on Spotify and watch your music videos on YouTube for your live music. That way they get paid for you doing it.
Yeah, which they deserve.
Which they definitely deserve.
You know who else deserves to get paid? Our artists.
Oh my god, what a segue.
Yeah.
And you can commission our artists by going to our Discord and messaging slimy.rice, who is our resident artist who's made all of these amazing bust portraits of our characters and the character portraits for campaign 3. The characters started to get the final looks of their artwork this week, and they also got to look at the new overlay for campaign 3 as well. So that's a really exciting time. I think everybody can agree with me when I say that campaign 3's overlay, as great as this one may be, kind of blows this one out of the water too. Yeah.
No like dissing on the person who made this overlay, but yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
It definitely blows session 1 of campaign 1's overlay out of the water because it didn't exist. So that was so bad. We just used Discord and nobody had their cameras on. It was great.
Minimalism.
But that's unrelated to this story. And don't forget, everybody, that August 28th, campaign 3 premieres as a new epic story begins in the same world as the one that our players are currently in, but on a different continent that will explore darker themes and a much different tone of adventure than the one that we have now. So it's gonna be a really cool time, and I'm excited for it. And then what else? What other announcements do we have? Oh, we have a new partnership.
Oh my god.
With Only Crits. You can use the command Only Crits in our Twitch chat for a link to a really cool dice making company. They also have other D&D accessories and source material, not their own third-party source material. And you can use the code LICHSOULS at checkout for a discount. So they have sharp edge resin dice, they have gemstone dice, they have metal dice. It's really great. So get a discount on those dice and things. And they also have a Kickstarter going on right now for their very special dice. And you can use that link in our Twitch chat to go support them. That's all I got. Are y'all ready for this? For the last player summary of tonight of our D&D campaign?
Oh my gosh. No pressure.
Make it a good one.
Oh, we know.
Oh, he is always makes good. So grab your drinks, grab yourselves as we welcome you to our table, and we begin tonight's session of Procedure Encounters. And here tells what happened last week in his own words is none other than the man of the hour, Zulkifli.
Nama saya Zulkifli. Ini negaraku. This is my country. Inilah tempat lahir saya. Dan sejak saya berumur 16 tahun, saya berjalan-jalan ke tempat jauh dari sini. I did not know my parents. My mother died when I was born. My father when I was small. I lived with my grandfather, Tok Jasir, a powerful Bomo sorcerer who taught me Sihir Dara, blood magic. And some more, he told me our family comes from kings, powerful magic users. Before the empire took our land, he told me our blood has an old power gift from the goddess Frusia, and one day he will help me use it to fight for our freedom. Then, one day, when I was 16 years old, he cast a spell on me. I heard a voice in the fire speaking something I did not understand. My grandfather said it would unlock my power. Instead, I became a monster. Half man, half tiger. I lost control. I killed many people. And when I found out what I did, I ran. I ran for a long time. I joined a pirate crew where I met a young boy named Kaidro. Brave Kaidro, strong, but also foolish. Palautan, always wanting to prove his power. I thought maybe I can teach him, but the tiger was inside me, wanting to get out, wanting to kill. So I left before I hurt more people. I heard a story about people from Land of the Beasts, the Firbolgs, who had power to change into animals, who can help people like me, Orang Jadian, Wherefore. I looked for them for a long time, but hunters found me first. We fight, and they nearly killed me, until two Firbolgs, my brother Aspen, my sister Astra, saved my life. From that day forward, I promised to keep them safe, to help them in their quest to save their home. We made more friends, and Kaidro was one of them. Older now, stronger, but still stupid. Maybe we can learn him some more. Together we travel across the land. Everywhere we go, we heard of the Coven, powerful magic people who wanted to kill the gods, set free primordial monsters, and take the world for themselves. We hunted for them. Some of us died, including Astra. And Kaidro, we thought he was killed by a white dragon, but we keep fighting. Now we have freed the Firbolgs' homeland, and we have cured them of their curse. I have learned how to master the tiger inside me, and I am not scared to lose control anymore. And something else, I will soon be a father. The Princess Loxelia has my baby inside her, but she is scared she will die like my mother. And she has run to Atagora. She thinks it will save her. Only one of the Coven is left, Atagora, the voice in the fire. She has a princess. She has Astra's soul. Everything ends with her. Dan sekarang selepas beberapa tahun, after many years, I have come home to my country, to Negaraku. I look for the power to bind Atagora and kill her once and for all, and save the world from her evil, and save the princess and my child, and save Astra's soul. We fought the primordial of Hutan Hujan. Many were hurt. But tiba-tiba, siapa datang untuk menyelamat kami semua? Kaidro came to fight with us all as well. Together we destroyed the primordial. And now we arrive at the Temple of Frisia, in the center of the forest. And who do I find here but my grandfather, still alive, now using his blood magic to cast some spell. He tells me I failed. He tells me I was supposed to use my power to become a new monster, an avatar. But now he will take the power himself. I realize now, he only wanted to use me. Before I could stop him, he fell into the pool of blood and came out again. Now, a giant Raksasa Harimau. This will not stop me. I will fight. And I will have the power to stop Atagora.
So As Zulkifli's grandfather fell into this pool of bubbling blood, where the smell of iron hangs heavy in the air of this temple, with this glowing tablet behind describing how these rituals are completed, he rose, the blood slowly cascading from his body as he levitated above the ground. As he tripled in size, he is now this massive avatar of some sort of tiger god, one that you have not seen other than just briefly made aware of through Zulkifli's passing words. He appears to have taken on the form of Feracia, the demon princess of ferocious beasts. As a crown of fire forms around his head, his eyes glowing with malice and hunger. This is where we're going to go ahead and roll for initiative, everybody.
Natural
A
one.
natural one, straight up.
Straight
Thanks,
up
D&D.
first roll of the session.
I like it this
Can
way.
I,
I prefer it actually.
Yeah.
Can I have access to Revelor's sheet, please?
Yes.
A character token, sorry.
Yes, let me get that for you.
Thank you.
Secret tunnel. Oh my. But
You should have
We can do
access
this.
now.
Yep.
And I will say, at the start of initiative, the hands of this avatar come together as this light, this dark light, begins to form, and it ripples out from the body. But Aspen's shield begins to glow as this light is repelled off of all of you. The godlike powers that this form has taken on is repelled.
Oh,
Ooh, yay!
we did
Yes,
it.
sir.
It's always nice to have a magic item that just does what it needs to do without taking up your actions or bonus actions or anything like that. So,
Yeah, that's the no
Good UX.
shield.
That's really good UX right there.
just so everybody has a visual of what the aura looks like, let me give you that.
Wow. And we knew
That
this is
is
what the shield did.
That
What
is quite
is
big.
what is the range of your spore aura?
10 feet.
Spora. Does he get a Spora from Sephora? Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to bring up the visual. And is everybody on the board? From what you can see, this is really funny, Zulkifli, because the avatar also rolled a natural one.
Oh crap.
Ooh,
They don't
but does
wanna
it
hurt
have
each other.
20 decks like me?
It doesn't.
Ooh,
It has 29 decks.
ooh. We'll find out.
All right, everybody. So first up on the initiative order is going to be Revelor.
Okay. So we're going to bonus action steady aim. That's something he does. I'm gonna whip out the Thunderbus and blast him. So with steady aim, it's advantage. Is it gonna let me roll? No, so I'm just gonna roll it twice. That's not very fun. So a natural 20 for 33.
33. 33 hits.
Oh boy.
You had to
Okay.
think about that.
That's awesome. So 1d6, 1d10 plus 6. Okay, so 2d10.
As you can see, that we currently have Revelor out for the end of the
12.
session. So Tora, also known as Josh, will be taking over for him temporarily until he is able to join us after the mid-session break.
Features.
Imagine having like real life
Um,
things go on. Like, come on.
Yeah, right?
Sneak attack damage is also doubled on a crit, correct?
Yeah, all
yes.
dice.
Okay,
is.
so 8d6. Nope, that's 68. Ignore that. Sorry, that's my fault. 8d6. So 18 plus 11 is 29 plus 12. 41.
41 points total of what type of damage?
So
Was this with a thunderbuss?
so the 12 will be thunder, and then the sneak attack is that also thunder?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 41 thunder.
41 points of thunder damage, which it will take completely.
Awesome. And then I will use second attack, which is not at advantage this time.
He's got another?
He does. For a 22.
22 will just hit.
Ooh, so that one will just be 12 thunder that time.
12 points of thunder damage. All right.
And I believe that's all. Steady aim bonus action, so I can't move. 2 attacks on the action. Yep, that'll be all on his turn.
All right. So, Revelor quickly laying out these 2 rapid shots of thunderous energy from his thunderbuss, lands 2 blows into the avatar of Feracia. And with that, it is now Tora's turn with Kydro on deck.
Okay, so Tora is going to use Unbreakable Majesty, Awesome Source, Coolio as his bonus action, and then for his action, he's going to use an Eldritch Blast. Well, why not? So that's going to be 3 attacks. So the first one's only a 15.
15 will miss.
Misses. The second one's going to be a 24.
24 will hit.
Okay, I'll roll the third one to hit first, and then I'll do damage after. Only a 16 for that one to hit.
16 will not hit.
Okay, so just 1d10 of damage. Oh, it's only going to be 2 force damage on that bad boy.
All right. Still takes it.
Cool, but I am going to run... How, with this bush, is it something you can, like the one to my right, is it something you can like hide in, or is it like a surface level bush?
If you go into the bush, it's going to obscure your vision. So you'll technically have the blinded condition. Because
Okay, I'm not going to do that then.
through, go hide in a bush and try to look out easily.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll just stand next to the bush then, kind of
Alright.
away from the group.
All right.
And that'll be all.
All right, Kydro, it is now your turn.
Kydro. Alright, so you guys are gonna see an ultra rare Kydro longbow attack right now. So he's going to use 45 feet of movement to run up to this rock. How big is this rock?
The rock is about 10 feet tall and 15 feet across.
So if he were to shoot from like cover, would that like provide a little bit of cover?
So right now I will say that you have like half cover behind the rock from its current point of view, but that's could be easily fixed.
Cool. I do have 5 feet of movement remaining, so from this point, Kydro is going to use a longbow attack. $21 to hit.
21 will just miss.
Whoa. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh crap.
For his second attack, he's going to use Breath of the Dragon. And for that, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw as fire breath is emanating from Kydro.
It's going to fail, but it is immune to fire damage.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, it's immune to fire damage. Casimir walks out of the fight.
No more fireballs.
He's like, no.
All right, guys. That's 1 out of 5. We got a few more. Kydra's going to use his remaining 5 feet of movement to duck behind the rock and undisturbed.
All right. So, on initiative count 20, the eyes of the avatar are going to glow bright red, and it's going to be a point center on Aspen. I need everybody within 10 feet of Aspen to please make a Constitution saving throw, as the blood rot ability will take effect.
Within how many feet of Aspen, sorry?
So everybody except for Zulkifli, Tora, and Kydro.
Constitution save. Oh my! What are you doing, man?
At disadvantage was a 21 for me. I didn't
21?
know why it didn't. Yeah.
Revelor got an 8.
Okay. Don't forget that you're +5 from Pudak if you're within range of Pudak.
26.
Okay.
15.
8. 13.
All right. So, everybody who got less than a 25 are going to experience the same effects as the slow spell until the end of their next turn. As you feel your blood begin to pool within your veins. For those of you who need a reminder of what that is, it's a -2 penalty put to your AC and dexterity saving throw, and you cannot use reactions. On a turn, you can either use an action or a bonus action, not both, regardless of your abilities or magic items. And you cannot make more than one melee attack or range attack during your turn. But this is only until the end of your next turn. Thankfully, Mordecai and Casimir just saved from those by a few. But other than that, it is now Pudak's turn.
My plan just went out the window. Give me a second.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I also posted slow there, but it says all the things he said.
Okay, because whatever. I'm feeling slow.
It's more
So
so your
I'll
blood
just-
is corrupting in your system, and it's the same effect as slow. But yeah,
Yeah. So
It
I'll
occurs.
just pull out my javelin of lightning and just cast it right through him.
okay. Is that a
It's the
dex
first
save
time
or
this
is
has
it-
been used.
I think so.
Yep. That's a 120 lines, so yeah, it's gonna land somewhere over there.
Is
He
it
has
hit
to
your
do a dex saving throw against the 13.
But does it hit your allies too? Is that how the item works?
there a lightning bolt between you and them? Like, will it hit Casimir and Mordecai?
Oh yeah. Can I step aside?
You can still move.
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
can
can
move.
still-
It's easily right. I mean, if you move like diagonally upright from where you are, you can still
Yeah,
hit.
I'll just go like this.
Okay. The dex save. What is that? That is a 15.
Great. So on a taking damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. Okay.
Off that.
Half of that.
Half will be
Wow.
9 points
okay,
of
that-
lightning damage,
great
which
roll.
is
Yeah.
still a. And takes all the damage.
Yeah, it's not lightning resistant. We can see that.
Correct.
See, we found another thing out.
Am I right in saying that is the first time the Javelin of Lightning has actually been used?
I think so. Anything else for your turn, Pudak? Want to use the last? 2
No,
feet of
come on.
movement?
We got slowed. Wait, new con save, right? To get out of it?
No, it just ends at the end of your turn. Otherwise, it'd be like
Oh, okay.
really powerful.
As if you wouldn't do that to us, Michael.
Oh, I would never. Aspen, it's now your turn.
Just to clarify, it's clear outside, right? Like weather-wise.
There's a vortex above you all right now, like where there's a portal where these souls are trying to pull out from above you.
Like weather-wise. Does that count
it's like
as-
a magic storm?
Okay, so it's a storm technically.
Yeah.
All right. That's important.
I fucked up.
All right.
A magical storm.
Yes. Aspen's going to cast Call Lightning
Okay.
at the 5th level.
Okay.
Right. So I actually need to draw out this circle because I hadn't been doing this. Call lightning. but give me a second. Make it linger.
What?
Yes, that entire area is now covered in dense clouds, and a strike of lightning will appear.
All
Is it
right.
above them or is the area obscured?
It's above them. It's
Okay.
like in the sky.
Okay.
I
Right.
just call the cloud in.
Yeah, I'm abusing the stormy conditions.
Use the
Yeah.
tools
Right.
given to you.
Give me
Yes.
the weather report.
I will.
It looks like a blood storm just turned into a lightning storm.
So I need a dexterity saving throw.
That's gonna be a 20.
That's going to be a 20. A 20 fails.
I know.
Ooh.
All right. So
I'll choose to succeed.
choose to succeed. Okay, you take half of 36 lightning
I'll take
damage.
it. So that is 18. Okay. Any movement?
Sure. Aspen will move 15 feet this way.
All right, and it's now Casimir's turn.
Yes, it is. So Casimir's going to open up with full confidence with a 4th level lightning bolt, which I'm going to move first so I don't lightning my friends.
Okay.
Hip hip hooray!
All right, so let's do this. I'm going to need a saving throw of Dex 18, or take not much damage.
That is going to be a 16. I'll take it.
That fails. So 25 lightning damage. And Casimir is going to activate. You know what I'm doing. Come on, guys. I do what I do. Blade Song.
Okay.
Powers activate. And he's going to stay near Mr. Bonus. And that's my turn.
All right.
Good
Zulkifli.
Zulkifli flexes his claws, slashes down across his chest, and I'll use Crimson Right and take 1d8 points of damage real quick, which will now place it on both my bow and my claw. Ooh, I rolled just a 1 on the damage.
Nice.
It's a good day. Psychic damage now on both the claws and the longbow, which I draw, and I pull back a couple of arrows, well, one arrow and then another really quick. I move about 25 feet there to the side and fire 2 shots. First shot is... That's better. 32.
32 will hit.
19 points of magical piercing damage with a full 8 of which is psychic damage. 19 total. Good. Takes full damage. I'll fire. Oh, sorry. Rolling another.
You said what's the bonus damage on your weapon?
Psychic.
Okay.
The next attack was a 17 to hit.
That will
unfortunately. Miss. Okay, second shot misses. So only 19 points of damage from me today, sir. Well, this turn. We'll see.
All right, Mordecai, it's now your turn.
Okay, Mordecai's gonna do what he does best and walk forward.
That's a very specific thing you're to be really good at.
And then he's gonna cast Draconic Transformation. Make me a DC 21 dexterity saving throw as I sprout wings and breathe fire or force. Breath? It's really stinky breath all over this dude.
Okay. What's the save?
DC 21 dex save, I believe.
That will be a 14 for my deck save.
Takes 24 force damage.
Okay.
And I'm then gonna cast Sacred Flame on it.
Oh God.
Secret flame.
DC 21 dex save again.
13.
That's 9.
Oh my God.
Radiant
Sacred Flame
damage.
worked.
Yeah, I love it.
You are now better than Shadow Art.
Well, it was either that or Firebolt. We already know fire doesn't do much.
Yeah. Sorry, Shadowheart.
And then I'll end my turn. That's it.
All right. So it is now its turn. That is correct. It is going to use its range. It's gonna do a range attack. So the first one is. I dropped my D20 on the floor. Give me one second.
Your grandfather just wanted a hug, and now we have to kill him.
All right. So first attack is gonna be on Zulkifli. Zulkifli, that is gonna be a 24 to hit.
Hits.
So as Dr. Seer raises his arm, part of this pool of blood goes launching towards Zulkifli and soaks into him. That is going to do. Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
420. Jibla.
My.
That's 420 damage.
23 points of poison damage.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yikes.
All right. The second range attack is going to go against Mordecai. Mordecai, that will also be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
For 39 points of poison damage. And then, as this, I did it again.
Oops, you did it again.
Hashtag free Britney. Anyway, the third
Maybe-
attack will
maybe
be
you need an-
against Casimir.
What? Sorry, a what now?
The third attack is going to be against Casimir for
Okay,
a
that's-
25 to a hit.
Shield.
Shield. Okay. So this blood is soaking into Mordecai and Zulkifli, and as it goes towards Casimir here, this arcane wall shoots up for him and just like splatters around him, and does nothing. It might get a little bit on Pudak's boots, but other than that, it's fine.
Do those boots like have stains on them now?
I would
That's
like
a really
to.
hard one to get out. Okay. With that, Revlor, it's your turn.
We're gonna bonus action steady aim again. We're gonna use the sharpshooter feat and attack with the thunderbuss. Unless slow stops advantage or anything, I don't believe it does. Just stops me having an extra attack.
You can use one. You can use
Yep.
your action or bonus action. Not
Awesome.
both.
Oh, one of you, but oh, okay. Sorry, my fault. I'm just going to attack then instead.
Okay.
Ignore that. I'm going to attack with. We'll use sharpshooter feat still. That's not anything.
No, you miss.
So a 21. Ooh,
Just
so
misses.
close. So close. No worries. That'll be all then. That's all he's going to do.
All right. As Revlor's turn ends, the slow effect ends with it. And with that, it's going to be Taurus' turn with Kydro on deck.
With Bless, can you target yourself? You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice of it. Yes. Okay, cool. I'm going to cast Bless at the second level, so I can choose 4 creatures. Yep. So I'm choosing me. One sec. I'm moving 5 feet forward, so I'm in range of Zulkifli. So I'm choosing Zulkifli, Casimir, me, and Revelor. So
Bless.
you've all got Bless. So a D4 to your attack rolls. And my bonus action will be nothing, because I don't think. Oh, yeah. It's a bonus action. So I'm talking about. I've got Bardic Inspiration for days. Who wants one? Revelor wants one, because I'll use it. She's getting a Bardic Inspiration. There you go, good sir. That'll be all.
Okay. All right, it's now Kydra's turn.
All right, so Kydra is going to step out from his cover right here, just within line of sight of this creature, and you're going to see him assume his traditional fighting stance, but something is different. He is imbued with this purple, mystical-looking aura of ki, and we see something very different, right? Using a bonus action, Kydra activates Aspect of the Worm, as you all feel you are in the presence of an actual dragon. And for this, I'm going to need a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw is going to be a 22.
Passes. With the DC is like 17.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. And Kydra's going to he's gonna run across this liquid. Does anything happen?
Can he run on water?
Yeah, he can do that.
Oh crap!
Wait,
Does he
can
like have
you
his
run
hands
on
behind
water?
his back as he
Yes.
runs?
But nothing harmful happens from just touching it.
From touching the blood?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then once he's within striking range, he's going to do 2 draconic strikes. So that's a 20 and a natural crit.
A 22 will hit, it'll just hit, and the crit will hit as well.
Awesome. So that first attack is going to be cold damage.
Okay.
10 gold damage. Is that reduced at all?
It is not.
Cool. And then the crit is going to be acid damage.
Okay.
Is that reduced at all?
It is not.
For a total of 30 damage. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm gonna also throw in a favored foe and a stunning strike. So I'll need a con save. Wow, I roll
If you hit.
on the crit.
Oh, you're gonna do a stunning strike on the crit? Okay. Con is gonna be 20.
That is a save. Yeah, okay. Got it. And then using his remaining 25 movement, he's going to run back over. Start behind this rock. So turn then.
Okay. On initiative count 20. I need a saving throw, a constitution saving throw from... Sorry, not actually, no, we're not going to do that one. I need a dexterity saving throw from Pudak, Tora, and Casimir.
Sure.
Dexterity saving throw, please. It doesn't
Natural
add your plus
20.
5. So 29.
29.
Okay.
I
27.
got 27. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
And what did Pudak get?
11.
Pudak will fail, and the other two of you are going to take
Wait.
half as much damage on this one.
He instantly dissolves.
As a pillar of this purplish black flame erupts from the point right behind Casimir.
Is it fire?
Hold on.
Oh.
So the first 4d6 will be fire damage. That is 15 points of fire damage. You'll take a quarter of it, Casimir, because you're resistant to fire.
Okay.
11 points of necrotic damage
Okay.
and 16 points of radiant damage.
Damn it. No one's resistant to that stuff. So a quarter of 15 is like half and half. Since like
So
We would just
15
say-
would be 7, so 3. You're taking 3 points of fire
three.
damage.
Yeah, that's what I
And
thought.
you know who was resistant to all of those?
Down.
Damn.
Yeah. Theon was resistant to all of those.
All right, let's update our health.
And that'll bring us over to Pudak's turn.
Wait, just fixing my hit points.
And I'm having the other damages too, right? Because I'm not stupid.
Correct. So the 3 plus 8 plus another. So 16. You're taking 16 total, Casimir.
Okay, yeah.
3 plus 5 plus 8.
Good job.
Aspen,
Yeah,
you're on
now
deck.
I'm gonna try. If I hit this, does it stick? I think it sticks. I hope it sticks. Yeah, you hear me call out, paint this field with his blood. Stay in range to fight harder. And I'm casting Crusader's Mantle. Could you just please show that? Like there. And then I want to move up to get enough people in range. Darn it. Okay, can you fix the 30-foot aura on me?
I can.
We got a lot of circles right now on this map.
You can get rid of your circle. Just click to measure again. Just get rid of it, please.
I'm trying. Wait.
And
Yeah.
we also don't need the storm cloud circle at the moment, I don't think.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
I guess I'll just remember where the origin point is based on the
you can
ripples.
draw it rather than having an overlapping circle. If you want to like lay it down and then draw over it.
It's all right.
Wait, if I move one more up. Yeah, so Reveler can just walk in and the other one can reach and punch and do his whole thing. That ends my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn.
Oh, wait, as bonus action, I'm getting back a spell slot. Done. Sorry.
Okay, at the end of your turn, Talk Seer is going to use one of his legendary actions. And he's going to teleport right here.
He moved.
Oh no.
All right.
What do you mean? Oh no, that's good. He's in range now.
All right. It just okay. All right. Cool. Aspen will use his bonus action to give himself a blood boon, and I guess just flavoring wise, it's an important distinction because we're in the presence of blood magic users. Aspen's blood magic prioritizes his own sacrifices instead of concentrating on other people's blood. So it's a small but cool detail. But yeah, he gives himself a blood boon, and he will cast blindness on this man.
Blindness?
Yes.
He is
On
immune to the
this
blinded
man.
condition.
He's immune to the blinded condition. Okay. Interesting. At least I know that now. It only costed a 2nd level spell slot.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess Aspen will reposition himself a little bit. Yeah, he'll move 15 feet this way,
Okay.
and that'll be his turn.
All right, Casimir's next. So Kifley's on deck. At the
right.
end of Aspen's turn, though, Talk Seer is going to use his claws to attack Hydro.
No.
Oh no.
His one weakness, being hurt.
Hydro does a 25 hit.
Was that with disadvantage?
Oh, it is not. Thank you.
Oh.
That's a natural 20, so the 25 does
I'll
that
take
hit?
the 25.
Yeah.
I'll take the 25, and it does hit. Yeah. Yeah, it does hit actually.
All right. So the Sorry, give me 1 second. 26 points of damage. The first 14 of that are going to be slashing, and the last 12 points of that is going to be fire.
Okay. We'll take that 26.
All right,
as
Casimir,
is.
it's now your turn.
All right. So Casimir is going to activate the Singing Blade now that this enemy is in range. And we're going to go with the Arya this time.
Okay.
So it's now imbued with force damage.
Okay.
And he's not going to fly. He's just going to, not be on the ground anymore. He's like flying above the ground, which is just like the ultimate flex. It's like unnecessary and makes me happy. And go for some attacks. Yeah, it's a thing.
You have blessed, don't forget.
Yeah, bless yourself. Okay, well, I mean, I assume a 29 hits anyways.
It does.
But it's a 30 with the bless. So, So the base damage is 18 because there's a +2 that it doesn't roll from a feature. Plus 2d6, which is 10 force damage.
10
So-
points of
Plus
force damage.
Plus my Crusader's Mantle D4.
So what,
Oh,
just
and
give me a
another
total,
D4.
please.
Currently, right now, it's 28 plus 30.
30. Okay, thank you.
So we did that. It's better than most fireballs Casimir uses, so let's go again. That's a 30.
I'll throw in a question. Crusader's Mantle does radiant damage. Does that make a difference?
How much was the radiant damage?
2.
2. It's going to be reduced to 1.
Okay, so it's 29 instead. So it's a 34 to hit.
34 hits.
So that's 15 base plus 9 force damage, which is 24, plus the radiant, which is another 4 divided by 2, so it's 2. So that's 26 damage total.
Okay.
Yeah, and Casimir's gonna stand there and take what's coming. That's my turn.
At the end of your turn, he's going to make his attack against you. This
Yeah.
is his last legendary action for this turn.
That sounds like a thing.
That's going to be a 20 to hit, which I don't think hits.
No, it doesn't.
All right. And with that, it is now Zolkifli's turn. Mordecai's on deck.
Okay, here we go. Zolkifli is going to fire. He's going to rush at the monster, but as he does so, he's going to fire another longbow shot. Here it goes. Better be good. Ooh, that's not bad. 27 to hit.
Plus your bless.
I don't need to just yet. 27 to hit.
I know.
Oh, well, I guess plus my bucks because it adds all the time, right?
Yeah.
But
We're just-
fine. Plus 4, so 31.
We're just showing off.
Yep. Dealing 17 points of damage, magical piercing and psychic, and I sear into him with that arrow shot, my brand of castigation.
I'm sorry, you continue on before I could finish reading something.
Sure.
So that was a what to hit?
So it was a 31 to hit.
Okay,
Does
then
a
never
31 hit?
31 does
Okay,
hit. So what's the
thanks.
total damage?
Cool, awesome. 17 points of damage.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, again, you are in my aura too, so D4 halved.
I was in. Oh, really?
For
okay.
the extra radiant damage, you get the deal.
Yeah,
Oh,
the 30
really?
foot
Okay.
circle.
Half of 1. So 1?
One.
I think that rounds up. Yep.
Okay.
So, I'm going to use my movement and run at this thing.
Every point counts.
And take a strike at it with my claws. Now at advantage as I hone in on the marked creature thanks to my brand. And that's 23 to hit.
And then you get your plus. Are you blessed?
Oh, yeah. Then I get hit in the bone. Sorry, 27 to hit.
27. So as you go to attack with advantage against this creature, the blood that was splattered on you from that attack sinks into you, and he's going to use his blood curse of the eyeless on you.
Gross. Oh no. So you get to roll his Hemocraft die to subtract from my attack roll, which is 27.
Correct.
Oh god.
Going for a 5 or
Okay.
more. I got a 6. So it's actually
Ooh,
going
so 21.
to miss. Just miss.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
So now that this ability has been revealed, so when he uses his that blood attack that I did earlier, the blood is splattered on you, and if you choose to, you can use your action to wipe it off, and then he can't use those abilities on you.
Oh.
Oh, good to know. Well, that was an attack with my extra attack, so I do get a bonus action attack. I'm gonna attempt again. I'm out of actions, but I do have a bonus action attack. It will be 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
I will deal now. I'm going to use my tattoo to empower my attack. 29 points of damage if he takes necrotic damage to the fullest extent. Otherwise, I can tell you how much necrotic was.
Damage is halved.
Okay, good to know. 8, 9, 14 points of necrotic damage, half to 7. So it's 22 points of damage total.
22. All right.
And again, that 1d4.
Oh, 1d4 extra. Thank you.
1
plus 2. So, yeah, 24 points of damage to him.
All right. So far, like an extra 6 points of radiant
Oh,
damage has been
21.
dealt against him. Huzzah!
23. Yeah, got it.
Who knew that
Love it.
that a god would be resistant to radiant damage?
Mordecai, it is your turn.
I'm gonna fly up
You said
here.
you're walking.
Me?
Yeah, you said you're good at walking. Now you're flying.
Yeah, I was walking earlier, and now I'm flying.
Listen, the walking is what he does best. The flying is what he does sort of okay.
Yeah.
But then he had those boots made.
He's still gonna do it.
So make me a DC 21 dex save.
22.
It succeeds, so it takes half of 26. So
I cast near
13
you.
force damage.
All right. So, what is this minus that? Okay. Got it.
And then on top of that, I'm going to cast Disintegrate.
Okay.
Make me DC 21 dex save.
I don't wanna. 18.
That's a fail. It takes 76 force damage.
Oh god.
Look carefully. He's beating up your grandpa. Do something about it.
Please.
How many times you got to teach you this lesson, old man?
Okay.
Then I'm going
You
to fly
brought this
back.
on yourself, old man.
I'm going to flutter back over here because no, my flying's not very good. It's only a flutter.
Is it? It was like dragon wings.
Well, I have 2 sets of wings right now, so they're kind of interfering with each other. So you know, it's
Like banging into each other.
yeah.
It's like just like the sound of 2 hands clapping together.
Sounded to something clapping together. Anyway, it is
Wheels of
now,
eyes.
it is now Toxic Seer's turn. He is going to begin casting a spell.
Can I do an Arcana check to see what level spell it is?
Make an Arcana check. This
Cool.
actually is just how you determine what the spell is and if you want to counter it or not.
Yeah. 18?
18. You know, you've seen the spell cast before. This is the spell Acid Cloud, previously cast by
Acid.
Mordecai.
All right, I don't know what level that is. So let's counter
It's a
it
5th level
at
spell.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do a 5th level counter then.
All right.
I got no time for that stuff.
So as he begins to cast the spell Acid Cloud, Casimir recognizes its dangerous potential, that it would do 10d10 acid damage through the space of every creature he would move through. Casimir quickly counters it.
Yes.
And he's
So
unable
it's
to
like-
do it.
Counter.
Okay. It is now Cormac's turn.
Do I have to do like
Okay.
no hand moves?
I know Pudak said to move into his aura, but I'd rather do sneak attack damage, so I'm gonna bonus action, steady aim, and attack with advantage on my first turn. Sorry, Pudak.
No,
For
that's
a-
legit.
I'm going to use Bless first. So that's always good fun. For 1. And then I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration for a 3, so +4, so 18 + 4.
22.
22.
22 will just hit.
Ooh, thank the Lord. For 27 points of thunderous damage. Was it lightning damage? Thunder damage.
What was the total one more time?
27.
27. Okay, thank you.
No worries. And then he's gonna do it again. Wow, this is so easy. How does he struggle playing this? For a 30.
So that's where you have to. You should always use sharpshooter on the second attack because the second attack.
Sorry, that's
30
my fault.
hits.
Only 12 points of awesome damage.
All right.
Wow. Bonus action. City aims. We can't move. Action. Oh, I forgot to use Brit points again. Never mind. It's fine. That'll do.
All right. At the end of Cormac's turn, he is going to make an attack against Kydro.
Precious
Kydro with disadvantage.
With
No, wait,
disadvantage.
you haven't had your turn yet.
Oh
You haven't had
my.
your turn yet, so you're still considered that advantage, I believe. You get that
Because you
effect
hit.
back at the beginning of your next turn after you get hit, correct?
Right,
Cloak of
yeah, that's
displacement?
true.
Okay. So 31 to hit. Sorry, 32 to hit.
Silvery barbs, because I feel like it.
Awesome.
21 to hit.
That's on my AC.
All right, so it hits.
Except I used my reaction to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless right back at him.
Ooh.
Did you just Uno reverse card me?
Motherfucker. -7 to your attack roll. Gotcha.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so as he goes to attack, wait, he's immune to the blinding condition. It does not work.
I'm.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not so much that I'm. I don't know. Well, oh yeah, create me to the blind. You got it. That's right. I was like, oh, actually, but no, you got it. You did the thing. Ah!
Beating.
24
Still gets
points of damage to Kydro as this claw comes sweeping past you. You're not resistant to fire, are you? Okay.
No.
Okay, so 24.
I'm also going to give the advantage to Kydro. So if he wants to use his reaction to make an attack right now, he can make one single attack.
I think he will use one Kydro attack.
They're branded. By the way, Kydro attacks are a copyright attack.
Patent pending.
Always.
No.
He will also take 6 points of psychic damage for having attacked someone within 5 feet of me. While also wearing my brand.
I look
All
forward to
right.
you beating your grandfather with that passive effect.
Alright, so he's gonna throw out a little 18.
28 because of advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right. 28.
Hits.
Experimenting. You're gonna see a little bit of black start to crawl down his fingertips as he jabs him with the poison hand.
With poison, he is immune to poison.
I figured. I just wanted to confirm. Alright, so that's all 5. We know all 5 now. Alright.
So for everybody's reference, we know that he is resistant to radiant damage, necrotic damage, and he's immune to fire and poison.
And blind.
And he's immune
Was
to
he
the
also-
blinded condition. That's the only condition
Wasn't
that
he
you're aware of.
also resistant to lightning?
He was not.
This was her. Okay. Still Tor.
It's Tor's turn, I think.
Awesome sauce. Action is not to move because that's not an action. That's a separate thing. I'm gonna move. 5, 10, 15, 20. believe that puts me within 30 feet of him. No, one sec, I miscalculated. 25. Now within 30 feet, so we can cast.
Hi, Tora.
Hello. We're going to cast Antagonize. Can I get a Wisdom save, please?
How do you antagonize this creature?
You big hairy man, stop hurting my friends. Something like that.
I think you should just have catnip.
You are so polite.
Give him the zoomies.
Oh, wisdom save? That's a 17, which I think fails.
He fails. So he's going to take 14 psychic damage. And a miss. Oh, wait. Oh, this is an awful spell. Why have I done this? Wait. No, this is an awful spell. Guys, I messed up. He's going to use his reaction.
I will let you take it back because you did not fully understand the spell, which I normally don't do. But I'll let you, if you want to do something else for this turn, I will let you do it because
Did he summon an Alec?
I'm so sorry.
It's not fair to your other teammates for you to command this creature use its reaction to attack one of your allies. It is another creature, sure.
I mean,
but
in my defense, D&D spells usually just have waffle in the first bit, so I just read like the last bit, which was like the target takes disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes. I was like, that's awesome. And then no, it doesn't do that. Sorry, that's not what happens. I still move though, because that.
You could use that on us. We'd take damage and we'd make it attack if we had a reaction. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt your guys' feelings, so let's not.
Hydro's immune to getting his feelings hurt, so you can use it on him.
Okay, I'll do it on Kydra then. Why not? No, I'm joking. He's already used his reaction.
Yeah, that's true.
oh man.
As people in range.
Sorry, 1 second. Just let me. I'll just use Chromatic Orb. Why not? I'll use it at 5th level, and I'll use Thunder to hit for a 23.
Targus here will use his reaction to reflect the spell back to you.
My
That's so
dear,
rude.
did he not use his reaction to do Blood Curse of the Isle? Oh
got
no,
it, he
he
used his
went
turn-
to
he had
me.
his turn.
Oh, he got it back.
Yeah, his
My
reaction.
apologies. My
So
apologies.
go ahead and roll the
How
damage
does that
there,
even work?
Tora.
What? So I'm taking this? Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
He didn't show me that
did face
trick.
one creature who could do this before, but before you joined the party.
Wow.
Come on,
But he didn't cast
32 Thunder?
that's what you're gonna take.
At me?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, this is
Sheesh,
like
Louise.
activating trap cards.
that's. What the hell? What the actual hell? Okay. Well, that
So
was
as Tor runs up
was-
and casts Chromatic Orb, this thunderous energy goes launching towards Tarkus here as Tarkus here quickly turns his attention towards Tora, and the spell rebounds and goes right back and hits him square in the chest.
This guy's OP, man. I don't like him. It's not fair. I am going to move back with my extra 10 feet of movement because I don't want to be near this guy anymore.
I can see this like anime,
that'll be
like
all.
Tora runs up and like it's like never mind, like scuttles back.
Yeah, literally, that's what you see. You see him start casting a spell. He's like, "Oh, never mind, that spell didn't work," and then he laughs a bit, and then fails miserably.
Can you not counterspell yourself?
Apparently not. I don't have counterspell because I'm not a nerd. That's all. That's all.
I love that. All right, it's now Kydra's turn, and Budak is on deck.
Fucking, it's the best.
All right.
I'm not a nerd.
So Kaijo's just gonna go in with Draconic Strikes, the works. And start out with one for now, just to see what's going on. 20.
20 does not hit.
Second attack is going to be Breath of the Dragon for a dex save. DC 17.
Okay. You said Dex is going to be a 17.
If it's on the DC, that hits, right?
If it's on the DC, it succeeds. So I succeed against this spell.
Okay, so that is going to be half damage.
Think about it this way, guys. You guys have done 290 points of damage to this creature so far. In like what? Less than 2 rounds of combat? That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of elder abuse.
Yeah, and Pudak hasn't even got up close and personal with it yet.
It has radiant resistance. There's not much I can do.
Yeah,
And
also
fire
you've
immunity.
seen Podak's shoes, they're already like messed up. He doesn't want to get the rest of his clothing messed up.
So it does 8 points of what type of
Acid damage.
Acid damage. All right.
Pudak.
And a
Exposure.
bonus action flurry of blows for a very mediocre 15 and 14.
Kydro, feeling the weight of the damage that he's taken so far, his punch is weakened in this moment, not striking on its target.
It's going to be a very sour look on his face as he just reassumes his standard fighting stance and just gets ready to tank whatever hits him.
All right. On initiative count 20, I need a Constitution saving throw from Zulkifli, Casimir, and Kydro.
Con save. All
Con
right.
save for
Oh,
the.
wait, sorry. I forgot to roll for my concentration, so I'm going to do that now real quick.
What's the effect I'm con saving against? Can I know?
This
While I'm-
is the blood corruption effect. that he has.
Corruption.
Everyone loses bless, by the way.
The first thing he did,
Fuck. Okay.
and Bless is gone.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's just doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, at disadvantage, it's a 12.
12. Okay. The 3 of you, until the end of your next turn, I have the same experience as the slow spell.
Okay.
As your blood begins to clot in the veins, stiffening your arms and muscles. Very painful. It's like if you have really bad cholesterol, kind of. Anyway, we're gonna head and move on to Pudak's turn. Pudak, what you got for me?
It's another
Yeah.
one.
I'll rush up and start slice and dicing.
Finish the fight.
Love that.
Yeah, I'll try.
Do your
So,
200 damage burst right here.
I can't. It's radiant. Stop it. 1, 2.
Not now, kid.
First thing does nothing. Second thing, 25 hits. 28 hits 2. My blade is not fiery activated. That is okay. Sneak attack, strike of giant, and because 2 hits 1, 2. Math. Now here we go. 16 plus 17.
Don't forget, everybody, to check out Found Familiar Coffee. Use the code LICHSOULS at checkout for a great 10% off. Exclamation point coffee in chat.
Are you having found familiar coffee today?
I actually made some delicious lattes using it for our
Excellent.
production crew on my side of the screen.
Why is
Can
your latte
you-
orange?
Can you roll a wisdom saving throw against 21, please?
Is Wisdom saving against 21? What was your
Yeah.
question, Caleb?
Why does it look orange?
Oh, because
Or
I'm using
yellow.
pumpkin spice creamer.
Oh,
Natural
okay.
1 on my wisdom save.
Yeah.
I'm invisible. But he takes and he takes 45 damage, and I have everything I have to have.
How much?
45.
35. Amazing.
40. 4, 5.
45. Amazing. For me.
What? He's going second stage now?
No.
Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance.
He's not at half health yet. What are you talking about?
And I'm just gonna stand still. You try touch my friends, I will touch you.
Would it be
By
by
stabbing. Where are you
Contact-
going with it?
Context of that threat is really important.
I
Anyway.
mean, is it a threat or a promise?
swinging.
At the end of Pudak's turn, he is going to use his second legendary action to command. He's going to command Zulkifli to grovel.
Okay.
Oh,
A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Here we go.
respect your elders.
It's a charm thing, is it not? Where's
Yeah.
command?
Is it enchantment?
Is it a charm effect?
Let me get this pulled up. I know what the
Just
command
set
spell
this-
does. But I'm like, I don't need to pull this up. But guess what I gotta do?
Yeah.
You're in
Alright,
range
that's
of me.
Just want to know if I got advantage on it. Tell you what. I got a 17, but what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna use my inspiration that was on my sheet.
And you're in range
Try
of
to
me.
resist.
You still.
Oh, never mind. I get to add +5 to it. 22 plus 5.
The DC was 20,
22
so
to
you
the wisdom
succeed.
Big old paladin things.
My knees start to buckle, and then I feel this a wash of glow, faith within me from another I have met, Hudak River Speaker, who speaks to the river inside me.
The river.
The river is my blood. Thank you for coming to my
Yes.
blood talk.
My friends do not grovel.
No.
You must
Stay on my
visit
feet.
us a coursing river.
I
Okay.
very slowly thank Pudak. Democracy.
It's your turn. Screw all of you guys.
Aspen's gonna do something pretty silly. He's going to, as you know, he had Call Lightning active. He's going to drop concentration and recast it at a much higher level.
Oh,
He is going to cast Call Lightning at the 8th level.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll need a dex save from Mr. Tiger.
A dex save. That's
yeah.
gonna be 21.
And Aspen will use his silly little blood boon to reduce a d4, which will make it fail regardless.
Okay.
So that is going to be a silly. See this at the 8th level with stormy conditions. That is going to be 9d10.
9d10. Okay.
Yeah,
I would
48
choose
points
to
of lightning
succeed
damage.
that. I have legendary resistance.
keep forgetting.
You're gonna choose to succeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that the second now?
This is second.
He took like a disintegrate too, and I'm just like, maybe he only had one legendary resistance.
Yeah, he just wanted to take the 80 damage or whatever.
But Aspen will give himself another blood boon on his as his bonus action. I'll roll 2 of the dice because I didn't do it last time.
I didn't use
9
the
points.
legendary resistance against the disintegrate because I thought I had my action. Then like after I'm like, wait, I didn't have this. So I was gonna reflect it back to you. That's what I was gonna happen.
Oh,
Mm.
it's good to know.
Gross.
Anything else for Aspen's turn?
That'll be all for now.
All right, it is now Casimir's turn. By
It's-
the end of Aspen's turn, he is going to make a melee attack against Casimir. I'm guessing Gulak
Sure.
has something to say about that.
Yeah, Sentinel attack first. So here we go. Yeah. Well, that's
Oh,
I think I'm
That's
smiting
fine.
now.
on your natural 20.
Yeah, I don't know. This has a thing,
I mean,
right?
It's doubled, so if it's doubled and halved, then it cancels out, right?
Yeah, it makes it just a normal.
So, sneak attack, Crusader's Mantle, and my highest smite, and then we do math again.
Ooh, you're prepared.
Yep.
Don't worry about the smite, because if it's technically doubled, it just stays, right?
hmm
Right. No. 9 plus 9 plus 4 plus 19. That's 89.
Is that with all the radiant damage halved?
Yeah, but then doubled, so
Okay.
That was a good hit.
Yeah.
It was a great hit.
Now we see if he has a better hit.
Yes,
well,
let me carry that 25 to hit.
I don't have a reaction, so yeah, that breaks my AC by 2.
Silvery barbs.
Oh,
Did you not Zilfree Barbs against?
It's been my turn since.
Okay.
So not in a while.
Okay.
I'd say.
Okay, that's gonna be a 24 to hit.
still hits by
Okay.
1. By 2, actually, because my AC is 23.
That is 23 points of damage, but the last 8 of that is going to be fire. So you're actually going to take 4 less damage, so 19.
19. All right. Perfect. So Casimir is now actually injured.
I'm going to give advantage to Kydro. So if he wants to use a reaction to make one attack against it, he can choose to do so.
Oh yeah.
If you're
Wait,
telling
aren't-
Hydra he can hit more,
Aren't they all blood cursed right now?
Kydro is currently cursed.
so he doesn't have a
He
reaction.
does not have.
Even
Reaction.
with the 21, the DC was above that.
The DC was 25.
Shit.
You literally, I don't think you can succeed against that.
No, that was a natural crit, and it was still only 21.
All right.
Okay. Constitution is not good.
Wait, you're in range of me. You had a 26.
Oh, look at that. So you do have your reaction.
Yeah.
Punch him! Do it!
Hurry, punch him.
Punch him
All
hard.
right.
Get him! Get him!
Beat him to death.
20.
Oh, man. I told you to get him.
20 will miss.
All right.
All of that. Okay.
All right.
Casimir, I'm so sorry, but before we start your turn, due to Budak's last hit,
Is it over?
Is it getting
so Kifley,
phased?
did you have something you had to say?
Oh, yeah, he takes 6 extra points of psychic damage for dealing damage to a friend of mine within 5 feet of me.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. An extra headache.
Yes. Talk just here. His eyes, the fire in his eyes begins to flicker for just a moment as he grips his side where he was just slashed by this dagger of venom that is Pudak's weapon. And then they ignite with a rage that is new. And he roars as these souls begin to finally tear their way through the sky and begin to descend onto the temple. I need everybody to give me 1 second here to make sure I'm saying the right one. I believe it is a wisdom saving throw.
It's like the longest time between somebody's turn and mine.
I'm so sorry. There's so much going on. So
But it's
as he
fun.
lets out this roar, this if you're immune to being frightened, this has nothing
wisdom.
to do with you. It
I
is
have
a
advantage
wisdom
on
saving
that.
throw, please. The DC is going to be a 25. As he lets out this roar, and the sight of these souls cascading down onto your location is quite terrifying. And if you fail, you have the frightened condition going forward. You can repeat the same thing at the end of each of your turns. Otherwise, it's for 1 minute.
Great.
Kydro, Sulkifli, Casimir, and me do not have to roll.
Oh, because we're immune. You're awesome.
Because we're within his range. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You cannot
Aspen's
be
immune to being frightened. Aspen's immune because he's a mushroom.
Paladins, man.
Paladins, man. We're so and like Pudak is so radiant and glorious that the fear of that horror is just overcome in our minds.
It's okay. Pudak will save us.
Yeah, you can decide to be fearful of the nice tiger thing or of me raging because my boot got blood. I'm like,
I only have 1 action, but I can just use prestidigitation to clean it. But no, I want you angry. Oh wow!
Yeah. Being paladin is that's whoa.
What?
What the hell? Oh, he's tiny.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, I was concerned for a second.
Calls reinforcements. He called.
I'm still concerned.
reinforcements.
Yeah, but the big one would make me more concerned.
I'm so excited now.
I can make them big if you want me to.
No, this is
No, thank you.
great.
That's all right.
This is all of the things I wanted today. I'm so happy.
Ah, right. You got a cool spell.
All right, with that, Casimir has these.
Kill and strike.
I know.
He summoned enemies. I can use my cool spell. All right, and it doesn't care that I'm slowed because it's just one spell. So overcoming the lethargy through brilliant magic, Casimir is going to start teleporting and striking at each of the enemies. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the red guy on the left there.
Okay.
Wind strike is the best.
And that I'm assuming misses because it's only a 16, but maybe it isn't.
That does miss.
That is the worst possible starting roll. Yeah, so red guy, he blips in, he's fine. Next one's 21.
21 hits.
That's on purple.
Okay.
So purple
God
takes 50
damn.
force damage.
God damn.
Why can't you roll that with your fireballs?
That's
This
an
fireball
amazing damage roll.
Then I can hit green, so I will hit green. Green's a 19.
19 will just miss.
Just miss. Okay, so we know now their ACs are 20. Blue is a 31.
So you will hit.
15. Frag. And then back to the boss. This is why you should do this with greater invisibility,
So
by the way.
He's gonna take the 15.
An 18. That's 3 misses, man.
Double took 50. All right.
That is sad. It still did more damage than most of my spells.
I like a nearly max roll and a nearly minimum roll at the same time.
All right. So Casimir is going to teleport back to where he started. So he kind of flips about. He hits red, he hits green, and he misses the other 3 on the way, but he ends up back where he started.
All right. It is now Zulkifli's turn.
Almost cool.
Almost.
Okay, I'm still slowed at the moment, correct?
Correct. Until the end of your turn.
Okay, and I'm covered in blood that I know to be affecting me.
Correct. You can use your action to wipe it off.
I will do so. I'll just sort of slowly slick it off me. That's what I got.
Alright.
Yep. No longer affected by his blood curses. Is that right?
Correct. Unless he hits you with that strike again. But yeah.
Got it.
All right.
End
It
of
is
turn.
now Mordecai's turn as Zulkifli returns to his normal state.
I am going to.
Oh wait, I didn't roll initiative for the other creatures.
They just stand there. We found that they're actually statues.
They're just there to torment us.
They might.
They're
that's
just
actually-
standing there, menacingly.
That actually might be a cool mechanic. They're like the what do we call the weird killer on Dead by Daylight, the unknown. They're just like the weird projections.
They just lurk.
Yeah, give us debuffs.
Go ahead with your turn.
You said go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna firebolt the purple guy for a 17 to hit.
Meets the AC.
A 17 does not hit.
Great. I'm then gonna move down to here. And yeah, I can get away
Move
with
down
this.
there and move down
And I'm-
there and
And I'm gonna breathe my stinky breath all over them. So purple, red, and the big bad boss, Zulkifli's grandfather, need to make me dexterity saving throws.
All right.
DC
so
21.
the one marked purple is going to get a 24. The one marked red is also going to get a 24. And the boss is going to get a 15.
The boss
16,
takes
sorry.
24. The boss takes 24, and the rest take 12.
All right. That's the one marked purple. The purple one has already taken 50 points of damage. The one marked red. Okay.
And then I can make my
Noted, thank you.
scary frightened saved. Yeah. Wisdom.
That will
Are
fail.
those undead?
Are these
are those
undead
undead
creatures?
creatures?
Yes.
Good.
21 fails.
Correct. That would have succeeded if you were in a Pudak's range, though, but you're not.
Yeah, but I can't move closer to Pudak.
Correct.
So, I'm kind of stuck. That's it. It's my turn.
Okay. My turn. This creature is going to move here. And is going to let out a howling screech, this blood-curdling scream. Anybody within a 20-foot radius of the creature, I will need a save. A wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
And at the start of the undead creature's turn, they take 1d6 radiant damage
Okay.
because of the helmet. So, red takes 1.
Is this a charmed effect?
This is not. We'll see what this is in just a second. The DC is going to be 18.
17. Crap.
29.
Said wisdom, right?
That was
bad
either
roll.
DC 18. So, as this lets out a terrifying screech, your eardrums begin to bleed. It begins to rattle your brain as the dread of your own death frightens you to the point. Granted, I know that's if you're immune to being frightened. It's not a frightened effect. This is just me narrating, okay?
Okay.
You see your own demise for a second. You see your own death here. And there's just something about that. Your heart begins to race. There's a pain in the back of your skull as you drop to 0 hit points.
Sorry?
I would
What?
I would like to use my DM inspiration to not.
You can re-roll that. This is the same effect with just a +5 DC as a Banshee.
Okay.
And it's a wisdom save instead of con save. So
Can I use my D inspiration for the same thing?
I will allow it.
Okay.
What was the DC?
18.
Sugar biscuit.
No. Oh no.
If you
That-
succeed
yeah.
on this, you are immune to this effect for 24 hours.
Wait, doesn't the Pudax aura give us a bonus?
Plus
no,
5.
I still failed.
Just 5?
That's already in my.
16 plus 5. I clear 18, right? I'm fine.
You clear 18.
Yeah, no, my DM
Beautiful.
advantage was worse. Now, is this full on dead or is this in
You
death
drop to
saving throw?
0 HP. You are
Okay.
now incapacitated. You're making death saves. If you succeeded, you're going to take 5d6 points of psychic damage instead.
Wow, that did 121 damage to me.
21 points of psychic damage if you succeeded.
All right.
That's messed up.
Yeah. That's incapacitation number 16 for Casimir.
Cool. 21 points of psych.
Welcome to phase 2
Yeah.
of Talk Just You. I can't let Zulkifli's grandfather be such an easy fight.
Where did you get this?
Buddha goes down. My spell goes away. But you can leave the aura for the D6 radiant stuff.
Because it still works. Your paladin order works while you're incapacitated too, right?
I don't think so.
I'm reading it already.
All right, it is now Takja Seer's turn.
Do I have to be conscious for this shit?
See, grandson, this is what you could have been. And he's gonna launch at you with his claws. That is gonna be a 20 to hit.
20 hits. Yeah, wait, am I still slowed?
No.
Or did it fail?
no,
In the case
no,
of 20 misses.
20 misses.
20
okay.
misses.
Nice. 33 to hit.
33 does hit. The first one, I'm like, not good enough. And then,
23 points of damage. The last 7 of that is fire, if that matters. The rest is magical
Okay.
slashing.
Ouch. Got it.
And then those are his 2 melee attacks that he gets to make.
Oh.
All right, it is now the purple creature's
He
turn.
takes 6 points of psychic damage for
6
hurting me.
points of psychic damage? Okay. Righto. Moving on. This creature is going to move up and it's going to go after Mordecai.
Oh no.
Of course it does.
Wait. It takes 4.
That still work.
Wait, come on, maybe Radiant actually does more to
Mordecai,
it, which
18
I
to
don't
hit.
see.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit as this creature runs up and tries to rip at Mordecai's lively essence. It misses. And that will be that creature's turn. It is now the top of initiative, with it being Revlor's turn.
Revelor is frightened of which creature in particular.
You are frightened of Takja.
So I've got to spend my movement running away.
No, you just can't move closer to the source of fear, and any attacks against it are made with disadvantage.
Oh, that's a load of baloney.
Rules is written. What do you mean baloney?
I'm gonna shoot him then. How about that? Huh?
If you can't fight
I'm gonna
your-
use.
if you can't get over your fears, shoot them.
No, I'm gonna shoot someone else because why not?
Save your friends, kill the banshees.
Oh no, I'm not. The fear's not passing through me at all. It's staying within me.
Honestly, you have a fear, have a Snickers bar, man. You know, like
We're gonna do awesome source move.
that. A
No, I
whole
want
spell?
to.
I think
I
it's
want
a
to
really
take
cool spell that only fighters can do.
I think something blessed by water. And holy water because it burns.
Steady aim, that's the one. Steady aim. I'm gonna shoot Orange Man with the Thunderbuss for a
32.
steady aim, so advantage.
Natural 20.
33, natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay, hits. Sorry.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Rocking today.
I believe
Short. Got
it's
damage there.
it's at the bottom there, so I don't have to do all that
Yeah.
faffing about this time. So it's
Mhm.
oh, that's quick maths that I can't do.
That's why I got every math question
14
trivia last night
Plus
wrong.
28. No, I got 3 of them right. Anyway, it's 14 plus 14, so 28 plus 18, so 32, so 42. 42 thunder damage.
Against the orange
And
guy?
I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, against the orange fella. I'm going to use.
Sorry, 28 plus 18 is 46 points of damage.
Yeah, that's what I said. Sorry. No. I'm going to use. Whale from the Grave. This is a cool thing he's got.
You sound like a
Immediately
dying
after. Immediately after you deal sneak attack damage to a creature on your turn, you can target a second creature that is within 30 feet. That creature and the first creature take 2d6 necrotic damage. So this
buddy.
orange one and this green one
Buddy,
are going to take.
these are undead.
They're immune. Okay, well I don't know. They might be different undead. They might be poison undead. I don't bloody know. They might as well try use it. Never mind, you don't use that then. Wow. He's just going to attack again then.
I mean, Revelor would have used it.
It's a very Revelor thing to do. Thank you for standing.
He's going to shoot again. Yeah! 26.
26 hits.
8 thunder damage.
8 points of thunder damage against the orange one.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Sorry, I didn't say that.
That's okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do me.
It's now Tora's turn. With
Oh,
Kydra on
yippee.
there.
Well. So Tora is going to do a
Oh, good.
flippin' cool thing. They're probably going to be immune to it. But I'm going to try it anyway, because why not? I'm going to do Hypnotic Pattern to charm. Let me just get the square up. So it's a 20-foot square. Not there. There, sorry. So that hits blue, green, and orange. They're going to be to Charlie. Yes, nice. So that's my action. No need to roll because they're immune. It's worth a try, okay?
It is. It is 100. You're doing great.
He didn't say it. Maybe they're not.
What
Look
an
at that.
awesome turn this is. Wow, I've been... God. Ooh, Tora, you're doing it, man. You're hanging in there. You're not dead, at least.
You're doing it, Peter. You're doing
You
it.
got both
Oh,
your
boy.
horns. You're still
I?
alive.
Are we
You're
sure? I've lost
back.
them so many times now. I'm gonna
You've
Bardic
lost them
Inspiration. Revelor, you're useless, so...
He's fine. He's great.
There's no one else even in range, man.
So
Aspen, you can have Bardic Inspiration. Why not, man? There you go. Have
Quentin's
fun.
rolling in his bed right now.
Also,
Is nearby.
I'm also frightened.
It's his anniversary. I hope he's rolling it.
Do I get anything to? Can I re-roll the frighten?
Yeah, at the end of all your turns.
Okay. What's the DC?
25.
There you go.
25 Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't physically pass, but no, we can't physically pass. So we're not gonna roll it. Revelor's only got a +4 and I got a +2, so that's always good fun. So no, we're just gonna be frightened for a minute. Okay. Wow.
It's good turns.
They're my turns, man. What awesome source turns.
Now the legend.
Oh, Kydra's turn.
All right. So, Hydro is, is badly hurt. He just got hit with a lot of weird effects. So, he's going to do what he knows best. He's going to throw out a couple of Draconic Strikes real quick just to see what's going on. For 19 and 16,
Both miss.
Flurry of Blows. Two more. 19, 17. Very unfortunate turn. That will be all.
Thank you.
Could you please stop giving him scratches?
Get the catnip, man.
All right, this one is going to fly up really quickly to Kydro. He's going to make his attack against him. Kydro does a 21 hit. Well, wait, sorry, not with disadvantage. My bad. I keep forgetting 18 to hit.
No.
18 misses. Okay, that
18
is
misses.
its turn.
He takes 2 damage.
He takes 2 points of damage on the farm.
It's a good passive effect.
All right.
That is
There
a great passive
no
effect.
effect on initiative count 20 as he no longer has that action on his second phase. Pudak, it is now your turn.
Yeah, wait. 2 GM. This should be silent now, I hope.
Oh gosh, I sure do hope it is. Why is there a... Wait a second.
Let's see how good Killian's poker face is. Everyone watch him as he rolls this die.
Do you get a plus to your death saves?
They're not a saving throw.
I know, I'm confused. Like, I don't know if there's like a class feature that gives you a bonus to death saves or not. But, okay, cool. I see what the base roll is.
But, yeah, I can...
I see
it
what the
doesn't make
base-
sense. I'll subtract it, and then I'll push the button
You can
here.
always just do a /GM roll space D20, just for in case that's not working. But I see what your base roll is, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, and that is Fudak's turn. It is now this guy's funny little guy's turn. He's gonna run up and go to Aspen.
Yeah,
Aspen, does a natural 1 hit?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me check really quick.
Don't do that while I'm thinking, please. Oh, that's a natural 1 hit.
He's in range.
All right. What's
4.
4 points of damage? Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Prudak's got y'all. He'll save the day. Look at these little 1s and 4s points of damage he's been doing. It's great. It is now the
Does it
next one's turn. He's going to fly up to Tora.
Can I get a charisma 18, please?
A
That's
charisma
the
18. That is going to be
Yeah,
a
but
charisma
That's
of
the
20.
majesty. Oh, that's okay. You can attack me then. What the hell, man?
You're lucky that he didn't get that on the attack. So just be thankful. All right, Tora. There's a 21 hit.
Oh yeah, it does. And it hurts.
All right.
Oh.
You are going to take some necrotic damage here.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm immune to that. No, I'm joking. I'm not.
I was gonna make the
21
joke.
points of necrotic damage, and your maximum HP is reduced by 21 from this
I'm gonna
attack.
have another 20 HP.
Always
Tora
do
again.
that to me, man. You always do this to me. Oh wait, I've just added 21 to my max. Wait 1 second. Let me take away 21.
This is a heavily modified favorite monster of mine. So
I see.
I think in the 2 campaigns you guys have fought these like 10 times because I just love them so much.
I think
Yeah,
you retire them.
Hello?
Something.
I'm in the below 100 gang.
What
do we think of that?
Pedro.
Yeah, but he's also just not very strong.
He gave up most of his, like some of his constitution points to get some knowledge. So
Yeah.
Loser.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate nerd play.
Any other effects, or is it just
That's it.
minus? Awesome.
it's now Aspen's turn. Make sure you take the damage too. The 21 damage.
Aspen will use his bonus action to cast Healing Word on Pudak.
I'm up.
Most important person.
Yeah, let me roll it here. Gonna be at the 4th level.
Woo.
16 points of healing. And I need Mr. Green and Mr. Orange to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay, so the one marked green is going to get a 20, and the one marked orange is going to get a 4.
They both fail.
Figured.
From Call Lightning.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are resistant to lightning damage, so they'll take half.
So they take half of 47 points of lightning
23.
damage.
Nice.
Yes. And yeah, I mean Aspen kind of just flicked this one on the head for being a silly Billy, and then his turn will be over.
All right.
God dang, goofy goober.
And it's now Casimir's turn. It's okay if he's on deck.
Hey, remember that feature we talked about last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what happens, Casimir?
He recovers to 1 hit point
There you go.
automatically.
Like the
Yeah.
Chad he is.
Right at the
but I
end?
can't do anything else for my turn.
Oh my.
It's-
At
Mirror
the
then immediately
end
trips
of
over a rock.
Kazer's turn, Toxic's is going to attack Hydro.
Oh my.
Oh no.
The Hydro does a 30 hit.
With disadvantage.
That's right. Sorry. Does a 21 hit?
It's right on my armor class.
Second time.
35.
Okay, how much of that is fire?
14.
13.
So if that was half, that'd be 28.
Still not enough. Kydra goes down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I woke up. Do I get my reaction back?
You haven't used it.
Technically.
Yeah. Yeah. Technically correct. The
So-
best kind of correct.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a chance to stab him.
Sentinel attack. Plus, Tokyatsu takes 6 points of psychic damage for damaging my friend next to me.
Yes, that is correct.
So because because I'm prone, it's with disadvantage, right? So
Correct.
here we go. Never mind. That's a 32 still.
That will hit.
Hmm.
And I'll use Giant Strike again. So that's
Actually,
One is-
I shouldn't be the one asking this because I'm the DM. But like, are you really invisible, or you just are invisible to the creature in the sake of like how does that work? Are you like, because it has true sight?
Can I? Okay, I'll just read it out because I can't post it. If the target must succeed in a wisdom saving throw, or you become invisible to it until the start of your next turn, or until immediately after you make an attack. It doesn't specify anything else.
So I can see him.
So if you say it has true sight, it still can see me.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Well-
but it still adds the damage. So that's still okay.
What's the
That
total?
makes it. That's 30 damage.
You're still GM rolling for that, so I have to. Okay.
Why do gods
Oh,
get true sight?
Oh yeah, I see. Gem roll. Sorry, go back to Bobik. 30 damage. That's good.
Alrighty then, Mordecai. I do believe it's your turn, but at the end,
I believe it's
of-
my turn.
As
I mean-
at the end, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm going to take 3 attacks at Tokyatsu with advantage. Please stop.
Yes, more.
We must stop. 20 is the first attack roll.
Misses.
Second coming up. 21 was the second attack roll.
Just misses.
Kamla. Third attack roll. Oh no. It's just a 16. All
Sorry.
attacks.
So Kifley in this
Cool.
moment, seeing his allies go down by his own flesh and blood, struggling to land those blows. With that, it is now Mordecai's turn.
Fun. I'm going to breathe all over Purple and the big boss. So give me a DC
Sounds like-
21.
Garlic.
I'll do you one better. I'll give you a DC 23. Sorry, 24. 24. That's what I got.
It takes half of 34,
17. All right, he's starting to look hurt.
and including the purple one as well.
Oh, sorry, the purple one that's a natural 20.
So 17 as well.
okay. It succeeds.
Awesome. And then I'm going to cast Jeez, this thing's resistant to too many things for me.
It's
I have a list
resistant
in
to
the.
two things.
Yeah, and immune to two others.
Immune, poison, fire, resistant, radiant, necro.
And that's all the damages I do, really.
You also got slashing damage and bludgeoning.
What about
You know what?
piercing? I'm piercing him.
Magical.
I don't even know
I'm-
what I do in my
I'm-
private life.
I'm a upcast disintegrate at the 8th level.
I think he still has his reaction.
Does he?
Yeah.
Didn't he attack? Or is that something else?
Legendary action's not a
He
reaction.
has legendary reactions, yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar biscuit again.
So what is this reaction actually?
He has his only reaction is a reflect spell ability.
So it's an ability,
Mhm.
so I can't counterspell it.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, yowza.
So,
But you could pass your own deck save and take half of that.
Well, actually, I'd take 0 because it's disintegrate. So
Yeah.
so is that what is that what he's doing?
That's what he's doing.
No. Natural one.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my inspiration and try that one more time.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Oh. Well, at least you have more hit points than that.
I'm gonna use this ability and try that one more time.
Damn.
A 3, a 9, and a 5. As Disintegrate rebounds from Tok'Jasir and slams into Mordecai, dealing 95 points of force damage.
Ouch.
Unlucky.
Put
Wow.
that in your pipe and spook.
That cackle or giggle, whatever that was it for me.
But what you don't know is Mordecai also has that ability.
Yeah, I reflect it back at it.
But he hits it with a sword and it bounces back, and then they keep slamming it with swords back and forth until somebody's too slow.
Dang. Have I really not used this reaction since?
Yep.
95 love. Anyway,
Wow.
anything else your turn, Mordecai, as you take the 95 points of force damage?
I'm assuming I lose concentration as well.
I mean, you just gotta roll what, 47? 40, yeah, 47 on your con save.
It's worth it.
That's a 14.
Unfortunately, that just fails. So, all right. Oh man. It is now one of the tortured souls turns, as he is going to run over here to Aspen, and he's going to attack. Aspen does a 19 hit. I don't think it does.
No.
All right, that's his turn. And I'll talk Jasir's turn.
Wait. That on that thing took 6 damage.
You got it, bud. You got
These
it.
are
I'm gonna
starting to
make
add
it.
up, aren't they?
Come on. I have to use my features.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You're absolutely right. All right. It's now Talk here against Zulkifli. 2 strikes.
Strikes.
22 to hit.
Hits.
Silver barbs. Casimir's hand moves
I thought you were dead. 23 to hit.
Hits.
advantage to Zulkifli.
All right, 34 points of damage. The last 13 is fire, and this one is going to be a 19 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. So those 2 claw strikes that he gets, only one of them lands. And it is now the last Tortured Spirit's turn. And he is going to... You know what? Revelor hasn't gotten any attention this whole round. He's going to pass through Mordecai, who's already on the brink of death, and he's going after Revelor.
Happy anniversary, Revelor.
5.
Happy. Okay. That is going to be to Revelor and a 17 to hit.
No.
All right. These things are not hitting like I thought they would. And as we reach the top of initiative, that is where we're going to take our mid-session break.
Oh my.
Thank the Lord.
Can you guys believe it's already been 2 hours of D&D? Oh my gosh.
2 hours of epic fights, learning resistances, people getting crazy resistances and failing epically.
Are we sure it hadn't taken its reaction before then?
I'm pretty darn sure it didn't take its reaction. So everybody, we'll be back here just momentarily as we're gonna take about 10-15 minutes today. 10-15 minutes, a little bit shorter than normal, to refreshen ourselves to prepare for the rest of this fight and what comes next. So stick around, everybody. We'll see you real soon. Yes. Oh, wait. And
Whoa.
In case, I'm so sorry, Noah. I'm so sorry. This is just okay. Well, if you're just now joining us, you can catch us on the podcast network and on our YouTube channel, where the following Tuesday of every live stream on our Wednesday, our recorded sessions go live on anywhere you can find your podcast, and the video, the VODs, the videos on demand can be found on our YouTube. So
that.
Now, you can speak. Okay. Well, screw me. We'll see everybody about here in 10-15 minutes. And welcome back, everyone. So, where we last left off, we're at the top of initiative, with it being Cormac's turn, or aka Revelor, and followed up by Tora. Go ahead.
Bonus action. Stand still ability. Steady aim. I'm going to use a singular grip point to do
thing
immediately after you. No, that's not the one. Learn a trick. I'm going to do violent shot. Use 1 grip point to do violent shot. Okay. Here we go. So with advantage. So, I'm doing this on the orange one, by the way. Does a 28 hit?
28 hits.
Awesome. So, I will do an extra d10. Oh, that's... Okay. So that's 17 plus 7, which is 25 thunder damage.
24.
Yeah, sure. We'll call it potato. My maths is really good. And then second attack. For a 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Did
you say you're doing steady aim? How'd you get a plus 10?
I did.
No, what am I thinking of?
It's just advantage.
I'm thinking of sharpshooter.
But that's -5 plus 10 to damage.
All right.
It only works.
Tora's turn.
Yay. Or is it?
Okay. Yeah, it's Tora's turn. Can I get like Can I get like a HP range of the big bad? You know what I'm saying? Can I make like a check for that? That wouldn't take my action.
So, what are you trying to do? Like, 'cause
basically,
if you tell me what you're trying to do, I can give you a better answer because obviously I'm not gonna like.
okay, I want to cast Power Word Stun, and obviously it needs to be below 150 hit points. So
Okay, so
if I can try figure that out.
You know that he has experienced over 600 points of damage at this point. And I just now described him as being a little hurt.
I'm not gonna do that. That doesn't seem very smart.
He's starting
Okay,
to
I'll
look
do
a little
some.
hurt.
That's not fun. Too bad. I'm.
Sorry, sir, boss. Can I like inspect you for a minute? See how healthy you are.
Time for the mid-initiative physical.
I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast on.
Talk to Sirius.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
Twice.
That's an awful idea. Thunder Wave on the orange one in front of me at the 3rd level. Please, can I get a Con 18 DC?
16.
Awesome. He's going to take 3d8 damage.
Okay.
Thunder damage. 16. And then he is pushed 10 feet away from me.
All right.
And then I'm going to run away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Awesome. Bonus action. Don't forget about one of them ones. I'm going to use Mantle of Inspiration on Pudak, Kazmir, Zulkifli, Cormac, no, Kadroth, and Aspen, Kadro. New friend, I don't know names. And then you guys can all get 14 bonus temporary hit points if you wish.
Yeah.
And
I absolutely do wish.
as your reaction, you can move up to your move speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Interesting.
And none of those actual health points, right?
No, just temporary.
Did temporary hit points stabilize you?
Probably not.
I forgot you was down. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, Hydro is appreciative, but very unconscious still.
Can you not like
yeah,
roll?
He still gets the 10 HP.
Roll your
He still
move
gets
speed.
it.
That's true.
Yeah, so Casimir can do his movement, so he gets up and moves to there.
All
And
right.
that shall be me.
At the, I believe is it the start or end of Kydra's turn? He gets stabilized and returns with 1 HP from the periaptive wound closure.
Well, I will say he doesn't return. He stays at 0, but he just stabilizes.
All right, so Kydra's stabilized at what? The end of your turn or the start?
At the
I think it's start.
start.
Yeah.
At the start. Yeah.
So you, Kydra, this little thing gives like a slight shock to your heart and stabilizes you, and that's your turn.
Yep.
He's not dying though.
Still unconscious.
So Kifli, this torture spear is going to make an attack against you. And as it does so, you finally, this is the first time this creature is, I think, is attacking you in this initiative. But as it does so, you finally get to look at its face.
No.
These spirits are those from your village.
Oh no.
And with that, does an 18 hit? 18 does not hit. And with that, it's now Pudak's turn.
Slice and dice on the big guy. So again, everything I have. 1. That's crappy. 2.
My.
That hits. 3. That hits too. Sneak attack and another giant thing. So again, where's my math?
Oh, wait. No, I couldn't have moved there because I'm frightened. Sorry, I'll move my character back. My fault. I do apologize.
Good.
41.
41 total. Thank you.
Yeah. And the blue one was in range, so he took 3.
Okay. All right. Anything else for your turn, Pudak?
No, that ends my turn.
All right,
I'm done.
Pudak, coming back from a near-death experience, gets to slice and dice 2 of his attacks landing. You okay there, Zilgivling?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The one marked green is going to attack Aspen. Aspen does a 22 hit.
He takes 6 before.
Would. Yes. Let me see. I think I can do something for this. Oh yeah, I just get hit.
All right.
Wait, it was a 22?
22.
Oh yeah, okay. Cool.
You're going to take 23 points of necrotic damage. And your max HP is also reduced by that amount.
Said my maximum hit points are reduced with that.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Correct.
Cool.
It is now the one marked orange's turn. After getting pushed back 10 feet, he's going to immediately fly back up to Tora.
That's okay. Can he make a charisma save, please?
Yeah.
Unless he's not doing an attack against me.
Oh, no, he's going to give you a hug. 7
Okay.
for the Christmas save.
He must choose someone else to attack. Ha ha. Ha ha ha.
He's
There's
going to
no one
fly past and go on to Revelor.
I'm going to do an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Ha ha. Ha ha ha. With my rapier +1. Okay, no, I'm not. Ha
You're
ha
on
ha
Discord.
ha ha. I do. I don't know where I got it from. I've got it though. Doesn't matter, I missed.
On Revelor, that is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Revelor is going to take... What is up with these 23s? Every time I attack with these, it's a 23. A 23 to hit Revelor.
Oh my.
And his... I'm not to hit, but 23 points of necrotic damage on Revelor. And his max HP is reduced by that as well.
Okay.
All right. Aspen.
Yeah. All right. Gotta do some silly things. Gotta measure something. Give me one moment. The new positioning things get tricky.
I just want to say, Jaden, you chew your food like a gerbil. Stop it. Stop.
Yeah, fine. Great.
Okay. Yeah. Aspen will step up here, move 5 feet up, and he will cast a silly little spell called let's see, hold on. Fix something really quick. He'll cast a little spell called Firestorm. Hitting blue, red, green, and orange.
Okay.
So I need dex saves from all of them.
All right, what's their dex modifier? Okay, so the first one is going to be a 20. Second one is going to be a 15. The one after that is also a 15, and then after that is going to be an 11.
All of them fail.
Okay, so you said blue, red, green, and orange.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's the total damage?
It is 39 points of fire damage.
Nice.
39 points of fire damage for each one of those. Okay. I don't feel like doing math right now, so I'm just gonna.
Do they look like they're near death?
Eh. The orange one's not having a good time, that's for sure.
I like how the summons have like
They take
boss
the-
level HP.
They took the full damage?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
So far, we only know that they are resistant to lightning,
All right, cool.
thunder,
And necrotic.
and fire, and they are also immune to necrotic.
Is anybody down currently?
Kydro is stable.
Hydro.
Kylo stable, but
Okay.
he's at 0.
Okay, yeah. Aspen. All right, I guess you can't do that. Yeah. That'll be that.
Casimir. So we can
It's my turn. Yay. Casimir is up. Thank you there. So he is going to. I'm going to do Steel Wind Strike. I've got to do it 6th level because I don't have a 5th level slot left. He's going to target. Let's see from here. I can target the green, red, blue, the boss, and the orange guy. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with Mr. Orange and work our way around.
Okay.
Yeah. Focusing all of this insane arcane natural 20
That hits.
on orange.
And by the way, Mordecai, the reason why all the summons have boss-like HP is because y'all do 300 points of damage in a single turn. So they all got it.
y'all?
Yeah. So it's a 24, which is double. The crit didn't go right, but I guess
This is
that's
supposed to crit 15, so
yeah. Okay.
he's out.
Yeah. So orange is down. Cool. Add that to my ticking.
He shrieks and howls as his form dissipates.
All right. So now we're gonna focus on Mr. Red. It's a 25 to hit
Hits.
and 16 force on him.
All right.
Mr. Green, 19.
Misses. Just misses.
All right. Well, we can't always be perfect. Mr. Blue misses.
Correct.
And last but not least, Mr. Boss at 23.
Hits.
Just. All right. 31 force damage on the boss.
Respectable.
All right.
Yeah. Casimir teleports back next to the boss. 1 hit point, breathing hard. He focuses using his ability as a fighter, grabbing his sword, activating his blade song again, and goes in for 2 attacks with action surge.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So let's see how this goes. 24 to hit with the
24
singing
hits.
blade. The aria is still glowing. So that's 14 piercing plus 7 force damage. So that's 23 damage on the first strike. And then if the second one wants to go, we'll go. Natural 20.
Hits.
Smite.
This has been a good turn. All right, so the singing blade it's a low base roll, so that's 14. Technically 14, it would be 24 right off the start if we're doing the basic damage dice. 26 plus the force damage. which would be another 10 force damage. So 36 damage total.
Okay. All right, cool.
And yeah, he is standing there, vulnerable, panting, using a lot of stuff. So, Gifley, we need to finish this. That's my turn.
All right, Zulkifli, it's your turn. Mordecai's on deck.
Okay, Zulkifli's gonna take a strike attack with his predatory strike. Here we go. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Well, let me see. 34 minus, hang on, 8, 10, 16, okay, 34 minus 8, which is 26 points of damage.
Okay.
He regains 8 hit points. He will attempt to do the same again at advantage. Here we go. 22 to hit.
Just hits.
Hey, once again, 20, okay, 5, 10, 16, so 21 points of damage.
Okay.
He gains another 8 hit points.
Cool ability.
It's a really cool tattoo. I paid good money for this tattoo. 1,
Fair
2.
good money. All your dragon money
Nah.
into your tattoos.
Most of it. Bonus action, attack. One more. Let's go. 24 to hit.
Hits.
Let's blow another one. Okay. 9, 10, 13. 32 minus 6, which is 26.
Okay.
26 points of damage. And that is my turn. I go. I'm just focusing on just here.
All right. We are now
End of turn.
on Mordecai's turn.
It's probably immune to this, but I'm a heightened spell hold monster.
On
The big bad boss.
what's the save I need to make?
Wisdom with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Okay. That is going to be a 14, which I believe fails, but I'm going to succeed.
Okay.
There goes number 3.
Oh, we got 5.
I'm then going to.
I don't know how much. I'm just counting.
I'm gonna hidden step and go invisible,
Okay.
and then I'm going to. I forget what it's called, but do my sorcery shenanigans and turn some of my first and second level spells into into sorcery points, and vice versa, and then run towards Pudak, because even though it's closer to the boss, it's it's the safest spot on the damn map.
All right.
And then that's it, and my turn.
The tortured spirit is going to attack Aspen. Aspen
Damage.
does a 28 hit.
28 hit. Yeah.
That's going to be 25 points of necrotic damage, and that's what your maximum HP is also reduced by.
The torture soul took 2 damage.
Noted. Thank you. All right, and as I'll talk just his turn, he is going to look at Zulkifli. You are weak, like your father was.
So mean.
thought removing him would pave a better path for you. And he's going to unleash a cool little thing he hasn't done yet.
Oh god.
I
God.
need
You kill him.
Oh no.
I need let's see here.
Glad we
Never good
launched
when he
up.
needs something.
Yeah.
Everyone within 20 feet of Zulkifli.
We did form a nice bunch of people.
You did.
All-
You did. You did.
Yeah.
I need Kydro, Zulkifli, Casimir, Mordecai, and Pudak, all to make dexterity saving throws, please, as this tidal wave of blood comes rushing up from the ground and crashes down on all of you.
Okay, can you just roll the damage so I can decide whether or not it's worth rolling? Is this like one of those?
So here's the thing: on a failed save, you're gonna take this. It's actually gonna be
Okay.
fire damage because it's boiling, and you're gonna be knocked prone. On a successful save, you'll just take half as much damage, and you're not knocked prone. So
Okay. Well, that's what I'm wondering.
So, I believe because Kaijo is unconscious, that's an automatic failure, right?
correct. That's 20.
Okay.
That's not bad actually. 26 points of fire damage.
So,
So Kaijo's back in the red.
What was the saving number?
Yeah. It's gonna be the same as all his other saves. It's 25 for a dex save.
And if we meet it, what happens?
You take half, which would be 13 points of fire damage.
okay.
So it's funny, but I'm gonna need a ruling on this one because I somehow I don't think we've entered into this situation, but I'm within 5 feet of at least 3 people who just took this damage, and he takes 6 points of psychic damage every time he damages an enemy within a friend of mine within 5 feet of me. Does that mean 3 times 6, 18 points of damage?
Yeah.
Does it include yourself?
That and includes myself. So 24 points of damage.
And we take 26 fire.
Hazel
Okay.
Kefli. Hazel Kefli.
That's
What?
13. That's good.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah!
No way!
He had 22 points of HP left.
Oh my god! So he makes this reveal to Zulkifli's father. You Umbuno Hayaku. Matilanko! And he as he sweeps his fire across my friends, I channel my rage, not through my claws, but into the brand that I have seared into his hide, and it burns and explodes, taking a chunk out of his body, stopping his heart right away.
Well,
And with that, in a burst of radiance and shadow, the avatar of Feracia and his toxic seer falls, and the tortured souls shriek and howl as they're pulled back up into the rift that has opened above, and it closes, and the jungle is still once more.
Zul raises his head with a roar of anguish and triumph mixed together. Which I will not replicate because there are people sleeping in this house. Suffice to say, it is ear-splitting. Birds taking off in the distance. The trees are full. And he turns. Everything because of him. Everything. I bend down, I squeeze his huge neck. Feel for a pulse.
There's no pulse. In fact, the avatar is no longer there. It's just the body of Tok'ra as the larger form has kind of melted away and the blood has pulled back into the...
I squeeze his skinny old man neck.
Oh.
And he's not in his human form. He's actually in his Akasha form. His true form.
What? I look down at him. He is not changing. This is him. His real self. Rakshasha.
This is your grandfather?
I did not know.
So he was the source of your curse?
Maybe. I cough a little bit, but I'm still feeling strong, and I slip out of my hybrid form. Fur blows away into the wind. He killed my father. He made me this thing, which means he killed also my mother.
And all of your people. Somebody want to pick Kaito up?
Already did that.
Okay.
So Fudak already healed Kadra. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
But if he is dead, how will I learn this curse? Binding. I look to the temple. At the blood, is anything happening? He'd opened the rifts or something, right?
The rift receded back to a normal sky, and there's no longer a beam of light. The pool is still bubbling at its center, as if there's some sort of like source at the bottom of it that's causing this. But as you look and you've examined this, it just seems to be happening naturally. The tablet across the room, Aspen, you can read, is let's say the one with the blood curse of Ferocia must bathe herself in the holy pool to purify one's body to hold a being of radiance and creation.
What does it
It
say?
must be me.
There's two rituals there, though, aren't there? Is this the only ritual?
The other was depicting on how to call forth the spirits of those sacrificed.
How does this,
Which he just did.
Correct.
how does this help us with Etagora? Does it have to be Ferocia that's contained in the form, or?
I think
have
it's
no power.
creation in general.
I stand, I face the pool of blood. I place my hand down, hovering over the surface, and then I touch the blood with my hand.
What does the person look forward to touch?
May I use my grim psychometry to start to gain an understanding of it as I start to walk into the pool?
Make a history check. As this is happening, across the way, underneath the tablet, none of you have looked at this point as you're too preoccupied with talk just here. There is about 5 feet across a sort of glowing, very faintly glowing bronze brazier.
Mordecai's gonna walk on over to it, try to examine it, pick it up.
Fraser?
So Kifley, you do not get much from your Grim Psychometry with a history check of 13. You just get flashes of Kresna and a few other deities, one made of shadow, one of pain inflicted upon herself, discussing and formulating this ritual. And that's about it. That's all you get. And as you go into the pool, it starts to build, but this nettle stinging like pain starts to like stab into your ankles and then works its way up to your bone, your thigh, into your torso and your chest, and it hurts. And then it starts to burn and sting and crescendo as you feel whatever power this has take hold. It feels as if this cold, slow burn builds within your core and works its way out. And then all goes still. The rest of you watch as O'Kifley has descended to this pool, and mere moments later, it begins to recede, and its depth lessened, and all that's standing there is O'Kifley, clean, as if nothing had happened, in an empty reservoir.
Sure.
And that's not what happened with his grandfather.
That is definitely different. And Casimir, while we're watching, could you clean me up for a second?
Yes. Snaps his fingers, and your boots are clean, but just your boots.
As all this is happening,
you want me to
Hydra is just still face down in like a puddle of blood.
Pudak saved him.
Yeah, you got 10 HP.
Oh, he's
back.
conscious. He's conscious. He just doesn't want to go anywhere now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and he cleans Pudak the rest of the way, and he's approaching the brazier as well, with trying to keep pace with Mordecai.
As will Aspen.
Does Mordecai notice anything about this?
At first glance, this seems completely ordinary.
There's nothing inside of it.
No
It is-
inscriptions on it. No nothing.
There is no runes, no inscriptions, no nothing. It just seems like a normal bronze brazier outside this very faint glow that it gives off.
Can I roll an Arcana to see why it's glowing?
Make an
Because
arcana check.
things don't normally glow.
This
That's a
O'Kifley's
10.
Sorry.
What'd you get?
10.
10? You don't really know, but you do know that you were told that in this temple there was an item that you needed to retrieve and deliver to Kresna once
Yeah,
you reach the
guys-
bottom of the tower.
Mordecai's
there-
gonna pick it up and put it in his pack.
No, you're not.
Yeah, he is.
No, you're not. Let me identify it first, Mordecai. Don't take it. We told you you could bring it, but we didn't say that you were going to get to hold it.
I don't trust you to hold it. You don't
You don't
believe in
have
the
to-
gods. You don't believe in their future. So
You are one of this group. You do not get to decide our fate.
I'm not
told you.
deciding our fate. I'm doing the one task that God told me to do.
Well, yes, you said we will definitely bring it for you, but first we need to determine what it does.
I think Kresna knows what it does, and that's all that's important.
We don't want a repeat wand incident.
We don't want to read one incident. Your judgment is in question.
Gods and wands are two different things.
But you fell to both of them.
I worship one. But I follow the other. Totally separate.
Mordecai,
Okay.
I trust you, but could we please check Brazier? Come on.
Fine.
It's about what item does, not what you do with it later.
Fine.
So
Mordecai
Casimir-
No,
hand it over to
specific.
Casimir.
Yeah, will hold it in his hands and just cast identify. He's not going to ritual cast. He's going to do it quick.
The very interesting thing is that godly artifacts have never been noted to be extravagant in how they appear. Take the Spear of Skade, for example. An item capable of killing a god. It looked like a normal, unextravagant spear, and yet it brought Sealnor down.
Yeah.
This brazier is nothing special. It's simply a bronze bowl, you could say, that sits on a like three-legged, three-pronged holder, and this brazier that's about 5 feet across is capable of holding the flame and
The
give you
flame of
one
creation.
power over it. That it will
Casimir.
specify as capable of wielding, but it
Casimir
is a tool used to transport the flame.
will kind of stagger back a step. The ramifications of this, Aspen.
Yes.
Mordecai cannot bring this to Krishna.
I'm bringing it to Kresna.
What does it do?
It transport. Sorry.
Only Casimir got the reading.
Right, my bad. My bad.
It is capable of holding the flame of creation and giving you the potential to control it.
Upon hearing this, Kydra is going to start stirring.
This is what they want. They want control. We give this to Kresna, it's over. We lose.
What's with this we lose attitude? The gods aren't going to destroy us. They're the reason we're here to begin with.
Even the gods were created.
And so they were. That doesn't change anything. This power doesn't belong in the hands of a mortal. It belongs in the hands of the gods.
Says who? Them?
It's me. Them. Everyone who's ever worshipped any of them.
They needed us to come in here because they can't take it themselves.
You know what I say? Kydra's going to stand up. I call dibs. I'm going
Not
to
the
need that
time.
brazier.
Not the time for that, buddy.
Oh.
Mordecai just
I'm
turn back
serious
to
this
Casper.
You know what? I'll walk over to Kifli in the meanwhile because pool and that and like. So, how are you doing? Just need to check.
I flex my
there-
fingers. I focus
there's a
on
help-
my inner power. The blood that moves through me is always giving me power. Do I feel different?
Not very.
I don't know if this worked or not.
Let's go with easy question. Do you feel bad or do you feel good? And extract the
Well-
emotion for all your whatever damage Grandpa did.
He turns a conflicted eye to you. Bad. Good. Both. He is dead. And he was my teacher. Raised me like father. But he was a monster. He hangs his head.
Well,
And then he goes to his bag. He gets up, climbs out of the pool, goes to his bag, gets out a shovel, picks a spot just a little ways away from the temple, and he starts digging.
Let me help you with that. We can have conversation about how you're doing and how we're helping, and maybe we need to think about stopping infight right over there. They're almost bashing heads.
Yeah.
And whatever the grandpa had as pockets or whatever, I'm taking that before we lay in the body, just to
No.
make sure.
You
No.
should not take this.
I want to make sure maybe something important that we might need. It's not that I want it, it's more of we came here to find stuff that we need, correct?
Okay.
Because tablet is weird, that brazier over there is definitely weird, and we have not touched temple yet.
Make
I-
an investigation check.
Rummage through his grandfather's pockets now.
I am also doing the same, so may we
I'll just help
count
you.
that as a help action?
We'll also do it with
I'll help
advantage.
you.
Let's do it. I'm doing it. 21.
21. Outside his normal clothing and a small pouch that has about 3 silver coins in it. You don't find anything. And then you notice that there's something tucked into the belt line that's kind of a secret pocket. And you find 2 coins. They're gold in color, but they're not like gold coins that you would trade with per se. They don't have any markings of a kingdom. They don't have anything like that, but they have the symbol of life carved on them, or rather pressed into them. And as you hold it in your hand, there appears to be like a hum of power that flows through them.
There's just 2 of them.
Just 2 of them.
Can I hold them both and attempt to grim psychometry on it?
Yeah.
Just to see if you can give us some cool imagery. Let's see if it works out. 23.
23. So grim psychometry kind of gives the idea of like the dark history of an object, correct?
Correct. Usually skewing towards some kind of dark history.
Yeah. So these coins, you see them being fought over time and time again. These coins are intended to be able to bring one back to life. But the holders of them never seem to get to use them. You get the idea that these 2 coins could each contain 1 casting of the spell Resurrection.
Huh.
Do you tell me about that?
So,
On one
These-
side, they have the symbol. Sorry to interrupt, but on one side, they have the symbol of a flower, and the other one, an autumn leaf.
I'll hold it up. These coins bring someone back from the dead. Yes. Many years people fighting over these. And he could not use it on himself.
I think you should keep them and we not tell the others.
Yeah.
Because as I said, they're just about that close to bashing their heads. This is special. This is family specific. And I do not seek to like I seek long life, but not this way. It's not glorious. Let's go it that way. So I'd rather die than tell someone else about it.
I look at Pudak. A hand goes to his shoulder. The princess. She is worried. Worried she will die. Because of my child. But this can help her.
Seems perfect accurate
If
for that
she is-
thing.
Yeah.
I agree. Keep your family
Um,
alive. Good point.
I look from Prudak to the brewing conflict between Mordecai and Casimir. What do you think of them?
Well, one is for gods, the other one definitely against gods. The rest of us is kind of on edge on how to make best case scenario in worst case kind of living. And not sure about Brazier if I heard correctly about Flame and stuff. But to be honest, if only one against rest of group is kind of not good mixing. If worst comes to shove, I think we would have to leave Mordecai in behind. I don't want to get rid of him, but if he kind of antagonizes rest of group this much, this becomes problem on front line. Which I do not want to do. Like, I like Guy. He nice. But his obsession with God is like not very glorious and does not fit into my does not fit into my tenets of glory.
Always the gods are watching. If we fight them or oppose them, surely they will punish us, sending more of their people to us. Even if we let Mordecai stay behind. For
Yep,
sure,
but
they will
aren't we-
come for us.
But aren't we opposing them already? I mean, we want to maybe talk with Adagora, which is Fire and Zulna and all that, but actually we kind of agreed on locking her up again and keeping locked closed on Fire. So in my mind, we are opposing gods. Because for me, they got messed up in their situation by being locked up, and we're just finding tea and throwing it away again. They did not help me, then whatever.
I know I must stop at Agora. After this, I do not know. Always I thought the gods wanted this.
But that's not what we're sure about. And that's what Aspen been asking all time. Like, are you sure? Do we think it's right? Who has right to be most powerful and who not? Gods have been created, gods have not been created. It's decision making, but in that point, we are men. We walk forward, we decide at that point. I do not want to leave this kind of decision to higher power I have not met and I have not known character about. I know you guys. That's about enough. I know there's bad in world, but there's good in world too. And there's pretty things. Just think of space elves.
I looked down at
Oh.
the body of the creature that I thought was my grandfather. This is a man who thought he could take power and grow and become more powerful and use this power for himself. Maybe for something good. But he did bad things. If
Yeah.
a man takes any power like this, what does he become? One more monster.
I agree. Ultimate power corrupts ultimately. That's why I don't want to take power. I'd rather leave everything as is. With locking up at the Gora because she's gonna destroy things.
I finished dragging the body into the hole. I looked down at it.
Yeah.
I move the arms respectfully over the chest. Close the eyes.
I hand you the 2 coins. No kind of fairman for different kind of stuff. I agree.
I take the shovel and I start to layer earth over his body. Bit by bit. Bury him.
But always think about, like, short reminder, he was corrupted in the end, but he did teach you a lot of good things too.
I like the little shoveling motions you're making. I'm sorry. We're gonna pause right there for a
just
second.
lines of tears down the dirt of his face, but that's it. He's silently weeping as he buries this creature.
We're gonna go back over to Casimir and Mordecai and everybody else.
At this point, Kydro's walked over and is now engaged with Casimir and Mordecai in this conversation.
Hydra, we are going to securely put this in the bag of holding.
No. Don't let Kaido do anything just yet. I want to know his opinion on something really quick.
Hydra wishes ultimate power.
Yeah, he wants to graft dragon arms onto his arms. That's his goal. He's stated it.
Listen, I know, you know, exactly what kind of person I am. But this is bigger than me this time.
Mm-hmm.
This is beyond me. Ever since I left Renaria, it was for this brazier. Strictly. The reason I'm an adventurer is because of this, to conceal the flame of creation and use it.
For
But not
what,
for
Kydra?
myself. I'd like to tell you something about myself that I haven't really opened up about. I used to be a street urchin in the streets of Renaria. I had only a mother to take care of me. Her name was Faya. That's what I named my great companion, out of respect for her. And, well, the only way we could really get by was through selling Noxiarium from the Tower of Allura. Her ultimate goal was eventually to complete the Tower of Allura, like most people, but one day she ventured into that tower, never to return. And so, I'm going to complete her goal. I'm going to use the flame of creation to end poverty and famine, so that will never happen again. That's why we cannot give this to Kresna.
Agree.
Honestly, a pretty noble goal.
I'm sorry, Mordecai, but I'm against you on this. I'm with Casimir. This is our item. We're using it.
But do you not understand the ramifications of your wish? You may wish for the world to be perfect, but it never will be. People will take advantage.
That's all right.
How can you wish for no poverty? Like, respectfully, what does that entail?
Are you sure you really want to make this argument? Because it doesn't sound as good as you think it does.
No, I'm just...
Less suffering for the world. There is no
Mordecai,
negative ramifications to a wish.
My question is, do you then take away the free will of the people? Because if people cause most of our suffering, we've seen it everywhere. People are greedy and selfish.
So are the gods.
I'm them.
Yeah. So
I'm a horrible person. You think I want more of me running around? That's why I want this to happen.
So you're gonna wish for the people don't have free will? People can't choose?
If it means less of me in the world, I see that as a net win, really.
I guess
You like criminals?
If you want to call the population, just make half of them vanish. That's
Well, that's kind of what the gods have been doing in this petty war we've been in the middle of. But I'm not arguing for what the lack of free will. I'm arguing for freedom of true choice without direct interference of gods that can walk this world.
Tell me, Mordecai, do you see it as free will that we are forced to hand this brazier over to the gods, or else we are to be met with the full force of the Pantheon? That sounds like free will to you.
yes, because it's still my choice to hand it over.
It's still another petty ruler who's threatening death if you don't do what they want. I swore to serve Lady Kresna, but I cannot serve if it means the end of all that is truly good. And she's betraying herself with that threat.
You're saying the gods would bring about the end of all that's truly good?
I think that the gods are as flawed as we are now.
They always were.
Hello?
You might have destroyed my allies, but I still have been watching.
Oh God.
Appearing before all of you with not a pillar of flame or anything beyond that, just simply appearing is Anagora, or as you may know her now, Zolna. She no longer dons her red skin and crown of fire, but her hair seems to go from white to black. Her skin fair, her lips painted black to match the end of her hair. There's no use in pretending on what I'm not anymore, but I did warn all of you that you're on the wrong side of this conflict. The gods, or what do you call gods, were created by my brother and I and the other primordials. And they took that power selfishly from all of us.
Do believe you're under the impression that you are the right side, but the dichotomy is not as you see it.
I don't think that this conflict is two sides of the same coin. It's been made to seem so much more complicated than it is. I was betrayed and violated. The suffering of this world was created from your gods trying to stay in power, creating monstrosities to fight for them, and monstrosities to oppose the others, the so-called dark gods.
Why did you choose the minions that you chose? You must have realized how horrible Valdinea was.
Sometimes to get the results you need, you must build anew. Even after the most devastating of forest fires and other natural disasters, life returns, begins to grow and flourish. The ashes of the old life fertilize the new. I was born from the light of the flame.
So you are its child as well.
And I don't wish to contain it.
I can't speak for everyone here, but I do agree with Kaitra that we need a world without the suffering that's been cast on mortals. But stripping away the flame of creation entirely would lead to almost as much suffering as giving Kresna what she wants. I know that mortals may not have been intended to hold the magic, but I don't know what happens if we lose it now. We are just your children's children, while being manipulated by your betrayers.
I'm not here to fight you. I have other things to attend to this in the next few days. Although you may, as they say, certainly try in this moment, but you all look rather ragged from that previous one. But allow me, and all the horrible, immoral things you say that I've done in a world that I created, give you a boon. Something that only I can give you in this moment. And when you reach the bottom of the tower, which I'm so sure you will, you can make the choice. Join me, oppose me, choose neither side. But nevertheless, I will give you this gift. From around her neck, she pulls off a pendant and sets it down on the ground. And as she takes one step away, another. And on the third step, she fades, just as she appeared. And on the ground is a small glass vial containing a glowing purple orb.
Aspen goes to pick it up.
And that's where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Oh,
That was unexpected.
Wow.
Well, everybody, that is where we're ending our penultimate episode of Campaign 2 of Prestige Encounters. As the Seekers have some choices to be making, we, of course, will be live next week at our normally scheduled time here at twitch.tv/LedSouls and TikTok at Salcos Live for all of our wonderful adventure conclusions. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to Aspen, who is played by Jeremiah.
Wow, that was a great session. Very interesting fight. We got to fight a very scary, gigantic tiger man with blood magic, and you don't see that every day. But yeah, I have a feeling I know what was in that vial, as I'm sure many of you also share that feeling.
More than a feeling.
Yeah, but but yeah, I guess I'll just say it's been a great campaign so far, and bringing our penultimate episode to a close. I just gotta say, I can't wait to see how this ends. And with that, I'll pass it over to Noah, aka Zulkifli.
golly. Thanks for coming all this way to my character's homeland. I should say this character has been on my mind for a very long time in various forms, and it was really cool to address some backstory stuff after 2 years of playing him. Yeah, thank you very much, Michael, for all the effort you put into that one.
No problem.
Geez, we're almost there. We're this close. Now we have to make like 3 horrible, make a horrible choice out of 3. All I'm gonna say is that was amazing, and please, Quentin, why don't you take it from us? Oh wait,
Oh,
That's awkward.
I'm so sorry, Guy. Why don't you take over?
okay. Yeah. So, wow, that was a heck of a session. It's nice to see, despite Zulkifli's rage, that he's still a kind enough soul to give his grandfather a respectful burial. After taking on the powers of whatever the ritual was in truth, by the looks of it. It was wild, like crazy session. More reveals. The first time we've seen Atagora as Zolna and not instead of as the raging mad wildfire. And just a lot of fun having some interesting character tension after a big fight that we're going to carry forward into what's going to be, I think, a really insane session next week. But with that said, as we discuss tension, we pass it on to Mordecai.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna finish this in one session. In my
Easily.
mind, oh well, that's what Michael says, but we'll figure this out as we go. This may end up be 4 hours of me and Guy simply just having a philosophical debate on who's right and wrong in this. Casimir seems to be agreeing with Atagora, and when you're agreeing with her, you should really check your position. Anyway.
False dichotomy, Adaham.
Yeah, to say, argue for one god's position, argue for another.
Same thing. I stand by my point. I'm kidding. No, it's really fun. I really like the tension. It's really fun. Yeah, it's the crazy fights, the epic tension. It's really an amazing campaign Michael's put together for all of us. With that, I'd like to pass it over to Killian, who plays Pudak.
Yeah, I love this session too. This was a great fight, a scary one, like us going so hardcore down. The whole backstory of Zulkifli and having that moment with him was super awesome, or joining on that moment while you are tensioning up somewhere else. Crazy. And again, a good example on how to have a beef in game but still be cool out of game. So
No,
we're
screw those
living
guys.
we're living the dream of a good group here. I love it. I'll give it over to Tora.
Awesome. Really fun session. I got to do some damage that wasn't Tora, so, it was great. Tora did not a lot this session, but, he's here for the long ride. He's going to swoop in last second, take the flame for himself, and win the day. Win that's what they say. I don't know, he'll do something cool. He's going to win the day. He's going to burn everyone else away. Ooh, that kind of rhymes. He's going to win the day and burn everyone else away.
Just win the day. Yeah.
Just going to win. He's going to pick the right choice. Whichever one that is. It's the right one, though. And I'm going to pass it over to Jaden.
Hi guys. So that was pretty cool, right? Yeah, I know. Super sick fight for sure, Michael. I was getting shit on the entire time. That's how I know it was a good one. I think Hydra landed like 2 punches that whole fight. Not an easy fight by any means. That was really cool. I'm super excited for this next final session. I think that was the first Hydra lore drop ever, and it only took,
90 like sessions.
like 90 sessions. right before the ending here. So I'm really excited for that. I have a feeling it's going to be a crazy session. I'm very excited for that next week. And yeah, Just super psyched for that. I'm going to pass over to Michael.
Thank you so much. And don't forget, everybody, that in just 3 weeks, campaign 3 premieres. In fact, if you weren't in our Discord and you missed it earlier this week, here's a short 5-second clip for you. So here we are. Oh wait, now it's working. Thank you so much to everyone who was in tonight's session. Don't forget that in 3 weeks, campaign 3 premieres. And with that, I have nothing else to say other than bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Selamat jalan.
Gute Nacht.